Don't you forget at the J. Vibe blowing at the J. Got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the Benz jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my J. Got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slack.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy? What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Rick Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang, and that's you for being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the Wake Up Show, the internationally known Wake Up Show, part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here, indeed, with the one and only Bruce Wayne. It is Ish, the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the speaker of truth, yours truly, the notorious one, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're not in the Desert Storm bunker. You're in Medellin, Colombia, with none other than El Guapo, Don Gregorio, and Malo Papi, otherwise known as EWF. That is every woman's fantasy. You're looking at the whole fucking show. I am the CEO, Niggero, of Fixes Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies in Colombia like to call me Mr. Third Leg Greg. Also, I'm the man with one trabajo. That is the Mitch Slapper. It's Mitch Slapper Monday. You can call me the Anointed One, the founding father of the After Pill, the junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the mating matrix, the chocolate Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game. But in case you forget those names, just call me CGA. That is C God Allah. And I'll be the 14-time the monetized champion of YouTube. Ring the bell. It is Mitch Slappin Monday. We got a great show for you lined up today. Today, we're going to talk about trick-ass millionaires exposed once again. The trick-ass millionaires exposed. You guys know about the trick-ass millionaires. We have a lot of young men that don't want to compete in the dating and relationship marketplace. They run the ism, the game, the pimping, the macking, the dirty macking, and all that type of stuff. And then you have a group of men who are the incels. And then you have another group of men that have gone their own way. Obviously, then you have another group of men that are broke ass niggas and they can't afford dating. And now you got the trick ass millionaires all messing it up. But we're going to expose, well, we're going to have someone else expose the trick ass millionaires and see how they're messing up the game in Miami, Los Angeles, New York, and so forth and so on. The monetized dating marketplace is here, and a lot of people are jumping on CGA's bandwagon as I revealed the monetized dating marketplace coming out in 2020 and 2021 that it would be mainstream. And here it is. The prediction is going to come true. But anyway, but to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA. And sorry for the internet. It is hotel, and I'm on the 20th, 11th floor. All right. But to contribute to today's show, $, the Notorious CGA on the Cash App. It is Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can indeed super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. All right, we got the air conditioning blowing. I might take it down a couple of notches, but we got a great show for you lined up. It's going to be a short show, but I know ain't shit on a Monday. All right, who else you going to turn into here but the Notorious one for a couple of hours? But I'm going to hit these streets of Medellin, Colombia here in a minute. But the international playboy extraordinaire himself is out in his new destination, in his new comfy home of the senoritas, the mamacitas. Don Gregorio is here. Malo Papi is back. Anyway, in South America. But let's, without further ado, get a hold of the earlier contributors to today's show. I know y'all thought CGA ain't gonna be here. He ain't late. He ain't never on time. All right, he ain't gonna be here today, but a couple of y'all have made some contributions earlier on. So we want to acknowledge those people as such and get those contributions up out of the way. Sorry for the internet. But we got our brother, oh my goodness, Larry C. He says, it's the first semester for your boy, Larry C. Just wanted to say thank you to all you and the fellow Money Mindset and Coach Gang brothers for an awesome summer that we had. I'll be in the live streams a bit more sporadically now that he's got to teach some classes. And he says, I wish you and the Coach Gang another epic stream. Now it's time for this proud CGA coach member to help the students boss up. Thanks again and salute. Also, if possible, could you play Looking at Feet? I can't because I'm on the road. He says, because you know your brother definitely going to be looking at feet in class today. Oh, my goodness. All right, boy, I wish I can also play. Are you a freshman at the university? All right, boy, and it's going to be freshman at his university. I don't envy that man. The Jimmy ZTT is back. He said, shout out to all you losers who sound like a Coach Gang parrot from 2019. You're late to the party, losers. Free agent lifestyle for life. Have you noticed? It sounds like 2019 all again? I mean, so much content has been going feral that it sounds like 2019 all over again. I mean, it's like, wow, these conversations are coming back to the table. All right. But when's what do you bring to the table going to come back? All right. But yeah, man, people are going feral, having the same circular conversations. But I'm going to tell you why. Number one, they've been listening to the Notorious one. They've been listening to this space. All right. And people have a chance to absorb all of this information and knowledge. Another reason why it's becoming circular is because Gen Z. Okay. Gen Z is now entering into the dating marketplace. So let's just say, for instance, you have a group of people who were probably 15 or 16 at the height of the popularity of the Manosphere, right? Or the red pill. So that's 2016, 2018, 2020. These people were 15 and 16 and it was irrelevant, right? To them, you know, they were like, oh, we're not going to be like these old heads. We're not going to be like these losers. You know, I'm going to be 18 and successful and a millionaire with a Lamborghini, all right, in a Bugatti. Then Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels, and Fresh and Fit, and the like, Pearl Davis, the Notorious one himself, and the rest of the people here started to become extremely popular. So now this demographic who was watching Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, all right, they're now, you know, in the dating marketplace, right? They're now 23, 25, 27. So this is their reality. They're waking up to the reality of what's wrong. You know, a lot of young women woke up to the reality that it's not fantasy world. They can't just come out here and call their shot. They can't just wait for Prince Charming to walk up and cold approach them. So you're having this reality call for a new generation of people. So now you're seeing a circular conversation over and over again. You're just seeing everything repeated that was pretty much stated from 2019 to 2021. All right. So that's typically what's happening over there. That's the reality of it. Let's see here. All right, hold on for 1 second. Okay, all right, let me go ahead and get to the Ko-Fi. These are from last week. All right, so let me refresh the screen and see if there's any new Ko-Fis. It is our brother here. We're going to call you Ronald Isley. Martinez says, took your advice about how a young guy like myself needs to go out, get life experience, and apply the free agent lifestyle. I submitted my passport application today, working out the details on where to travel first. Any recommendations that are a must? For shout out to the passport bros, you know, a lot of people, actually, I was on the plane And a flight attendant, a black male flight attendant, saw me on the plane. You know, I was going from the plane from Houston to Medellin. And he says, aha, passport, bro. He called me out. I was like, all the people here. I mean, I seen so many black men on this flight. There were about a handful of black men on the flight. All right. And certainly in the first class, business class area, there had to be 3. All right. There were 3. But he called me out. I was like, what the hell? All right. First of all, and I said, I'm not a passport, bro. It's free agent lifestyle for life. I want you to remember this. It's the free agent lifestyle. And I've never gone to a country and been called a passport bro. Like, I've never gone to Europe and been called a passport bro. And nothing against the passport bros, but people have to understand my philosophy preceded the popularity of the passport bro, not the origination of the thought of the passport bro, but it preceded the popularity. So much so that when people see me doing the free agent lifestyle, they say, oh, the free agent lifestyle turns into passport bro. No, the free agent lifestyle was already a travel mission. It was already a mission to go out. It was kind of earlier stages of what the passport bros had become, you know, the popularity of it. So, you know, it's free agent lifestyle. He said the bitch was flirting with me. Oh, the humanity. Hey, yo, chill, son. All right, chill. I don't want him to flirt with me, but it was a flight attendant ass nigga. But, you know, Colombia does have a reputation for black men specifically to travel here. But like I said, there's not that many. Well, there's some black men here. There's some black men here having a party. All right. But there's a lot of parties out here, bro. And there's a lot of fine Latina calicos out here. Plenty to go around. So I would not, you know, if you're a guy that wants to get out and travel, there's plenty of Latinas to go around here. All right. And there's some here waiting for you. There's some aren't. And for those who want to know how to survive here safely, as I've been here for 2.5 days, and been putting hands on hips. All right. On locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. We gave you the details on how to survive here. All right. How to survive in Colombia. And the Colombians are quite surprised at how people perceive how the United States perceives them to be dangerous. All right. They're quite miffed on this one. So it is funny. All right. It's kind of like, you know, they're looking at what they were like. You guys are with the school shooters. All right. You're the one up here shooting up the neighborhoods in Chirac, in Detroit, in Baltimore. They're quite mystified at how we perceive Colombia to be dangerous. Now, they are aware that men are getting killed out here dating, but it doesn't happen that much. You know, we report on it more than they report on it. It doesn't happen that much based on how many people are dating and how many people come in and out of here. But there are some ways for you to get dropped real easily, and you got to pay attention. All right. So you got to pay attention. And we talked about that on CoachGregAdams.local. So if you want to check it out on the stream this past weekend, Sunday, we broke it down on how to survive in South Central. We got Hustle Every Day says, just saw I can't pronounce that, but we're going to call him Meghan Markle on the news, filming Harry surfing in one of those tide pools. The ninja lives a sterile life. He says, is he a free agent candidate or a lost guy or a lost cause? Well, he's one of the original Hall of Famer 12 Sims of Chief Smith. So it is what it is. All right. All right. Let me see here. Shout out to Hustle Every Day says, love one envies the most. When I want to be fair means my demands are. He says some guy wrote about 52-point inspection before marriage. Some exceptional ninja shit. Shout out to you. All right. I can't understand that. You said love one's envy the most. Wait a minute. Yep, there's a typo there. All right, there's a typo there because I'm not understanding exactly what you mean there. So clean that up. Clean that up as I read it live on the air. We have our brother Ian Patrick, the winner. William says, salute CGA. Men need your help in today's world. Men and women need my help in today's world. Okay. Men and women need my help in today's world. But, you know, I'm getting to that stage where they call me OG. Everywhere I go, I'm an OG, which means in effect, when you're an OG, people listen to you, but they take what you say with a grain of salt. They're not completely trusting in what you're doing or what you're saying because you're at a different level. You've reached a status that they don't see for themselves for quite a long time. So, which means in effect, if you're an OG, they kind of say, well, you figured it out. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm going to apply your theory until maybe later in life. So as a result, they don't hop on the information that I have. And, you know, they kind of find that this information that I have, they may be able to apply it later, but they're going to do what the young people are doing, the cool people are doing, the players and the Macs and the pimps and the PUAs. They're going to do it like the cool guys do it. And then at the last ditch effort, say, let's do it like the OG did it. All right. So that's typically what happens. More like a big bro or an unk. But now people see me as an OG. Where was I at recently? And a young dude, and he wasn't even young. All right. He was like 35 or 40. And he saw me and he was like, oh, hey, OG. Oh, where was I at? I can't remember where I was. Oh, I was going to the Raiders game and I had that mulatto piece of calico with me. And he was crossing, he was, you know, helping cross the street. And he was like, all right, I see you, OG. And he was damn near 40. All right. So, all right. And yeah, people think I'm outdated. People think the information that I have doesn't apply to the current marketplace, which is funny because I'm in the current marketplace. Now, I'm going to just say this, and I'm going to just toot my own horn here. How many people do you know? I mean, in today's time, in this space, that actually shows receipts? All right, this is going to be clear, and I do this for a reason. A lot of people, some people get their feathers ruffled that I show receipts, because I've been saying since 2022, this is the year of the receipt. Okay, this is the year of the receipts. There's no more talking. There's no more old war stories. There's no more, nigga, we got to see video. Now, I don't want to see no old Polaroids. We got to see video. There is nobody in this space that shows receipts like I do. Okay, right? There's nobody in this space that shows receipts like I do. Not only in receipts with lifestyle, right? In the lifestyle that I live, that I've been promoting, which, you know, these dudes be like, stop showing off. I'm like, how am I showing off when it's the lifestyle? It's called free agent lifestyle. Right? So I'm promoting a lifestyle where men can look. And look at what I'm doing here. You got a dude that was homeless 2012. Divorced, fighting for custody, right? All of these things. All right. Also traveling 20 countries plus, G-Wagon, Porsche, motorcycle. I'm showing that you can win. All right. Beautiful women. You bought them. Beautiful women in other countries, beautiful women in America. All right. I'm putting receipt after receipt after receipt up. Now I want you to name one other person in this space that has the receipts and the portfolio of receipts that I have. All right. I'm just letting you know, any YouTuber that has the receipts or portfolio receipts. Somebody said, did the ex remarry? Did my ex remarry? The answer is no. All right. Not only that, I heard DoorDash is in her present. So there goes that. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not here to shit on her parade. I'm just telling you, when you win, you win. All right. And you got to be quiet sometimes. It didn't work out for her. There was no better. Hypergamy didn't work. So with that being said, the receipts are shown. The receipt of the lifestyle is shown. And so what happens is the men keeps looking at, somebody said Skylar. Shout out to Skylar. He's been traveling and showing receipts. He's a trick ass millionaire. After the trick ass millionaires. But in reality, I'm a receipt shower, and I'm not afraid to show the receipts because I'm trying to promote that free agent lifestyle, give them in something to attain to. And some men are so down bad that they see this as unattainable. Or they see this as completely unattainable. They're like, man, I can't do this. Your message is for the top 10, 20% of men. You're right. You're right. It's for the top 20% of men. All right. It is to wake your bitch ass up. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. All right. What am I supposed to tell you? To withdraw from society, go get a cabin in the woods, go your own way, a long, long, far away. All right. Go travel for cheap and get $30 pussy on the streets of Medellin. All right. Is that what you want me to tell you? So I told you this came from nothing and it ended up something. So I want men to understand that that's a path and it's completely attainable. And we tell you ways that you could do this, even on the money mindset, which I even cheapened up the money mindset. right? I got a good heart. You know what I mean? I really care. So I even make things a little bit more palpable for you guys financially because I get it. But here's a $5 option. Here's a $25 option. Here's the $100 option. All right, here's the original $50 option. I give you opportunities to get your feet wet, to get your head in the game. But most men don't want to do it. So as a result, my message has to be for the top 20%. It's boss up or shut the fuck up. All right, this space has long been producing a content space for losers for far too long. And a lot of Mitch ass ninjas want to complain about the position they're not in. When you look, they have a phrase: don't hate the player, hate the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Y'all Mitch ass ninjas running around here hating the players and the game at the same time, right? And the game. So it is what it is. And it's Mitch Slappin Monday. And if we do have time, I'll bring your Mitch ass up. But I got one of the coach gang members. We're going to be meeting up in the mall of Medellin here in about a couple of hours. So I ain't got all time for you Mitch ass niggas. All right, shout out to Avery yesterday. He says right here, Uber Eats Plan B on Flatback Friday, you still good. And we're not job shaming around here. We want other brothers to understand that they need to get active and get after it. All right, because yes, my message is for the top 10%, 20% of man. It is. All right, you either in the top 20% or you're losing. All right, that's where you are. And a lot of men, all right, are bitch ass niggas. They bound to drizzle. All right, they bound to drizzle. And by the way, to be the top 10% or 20% man, it is not impossible. In fact, if you have $50,000 in your bank account, you're in the top 20% of men. Like if you have 50K in assets, 50K cash, you can grab 50K cash. You're in the top 20% of men in the world. New world order. Okay. You're in the top 20% of men in the world. Now, it doesn't seem like that because we have an American rat race, right? And everywhere seems unaffordable. So it's tough. But if you have 50K, you're in the top 20% of men. You can grab 50K. All right. And that ain't that much. All right. In the grand scheme of things. So the bar is in hell. All right. And most of you guys ain't even trying to achieve it. But anyway, let's get to this part right here. I think we're going to do Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We're only going to do 2 segments, maybe 3. And then we'll get the show on the road with the main event here with trick ass millionaires. By the way, shout out to everybody in Colombia watching me. We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's go. Do me a favor. Hit the like button. We got 1,000 people in here in today's show. And we're going to get to the first video. You know what? I hope you can get to the first video. All right. You know what I need to do? I need to turn my Bluetooth off on this phone. All right. Because if I don't, what'll happen is the microphone will take over on this particular phone. So let me turn the Bluetooth off. Okay. It is already off. All right. We got Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's go ahead and pull up the first video of, I think her name is Tamar Braxton, all right, making an appearance. Tamar Braxton making an appearance on today's show, or Tamar. And she's on The View, and this might get copywritten. You know, this might get copywritten, but she made an appearance. I think she's a host on The View. So we're going to share a screen here of Tamar Braxton basically saying she's upset that people are calling her a Muppet. All right, that she looks like a Muppet. Now, if you don't know, all right, that's the Muppet that everybody thinks she looks like right there. You see that Muppet? All right. But the funny video is her on this talk show. It's not The View. It's The Real. All right, I got it wrong. But here she is on The Real, upset about being called a Muppet. Now, I want you to see the reaction of the co-hosts. All right, Lonnie Love and, you know, one of them twin girls, I can't remember her name, and the other girl, Jenny Mai. I want you to look at the reaction of the co-hosts when she was crying about being called a Muppet.
Started saying I look like a Muppet. Mm-hmm. And people say it so much, sometimes I start to believe it. And so I even asked him, I'm like, do I look like a Muppet? Oh my God. He's like, absolutely not. But this person has the whole world calling me that. And it's just so devastating because it takes me back to high school. And, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. But what I can do It's what Jeannie does. And thank you, Jeannie. I can act like the world is all peaches and cream and tastes like strawberries. And so I'm going to take that with me today. Thank you.
Humanity.
Thank you, Fred.
Oh, no. Now, they are fighting for their lives. All right. When them girlfriends, whoever they are, them girlfriends on the show, when they are listening to this Muppet conversation, you can see the look on their faces. All right. They was fighting for their lives like R. Kelly, trying not to bust out laugh. All right. We're going to go ahead and re-show this real quick. All right. We're going to pop this back up just so you can see it. I'm going to pause on each one of their girlfriends' face when she was talking about being called a Muppet. Fair use.
Got it.
All right. Now, this is the, what is the twin name? All right. You know, these crazy ass twins. Look at the twin looking at her. She trying not to burst out laughing because she looked like a Muppet. All right. So the twin had to put her hand on her chin. All right. I guess Tamara and Myra, whatever the fuck their name is. Myra and Tamara. She gone. Tia Tamara. All right. Whatever their name is.
Saying I look like a Muppet.
All right. Mm-hmm. And then she fixed her hair to be like, yep, you look like a Muppet. Look at Lonnie Love. She gone, bruh. Lonnie Love is about to die laughing. All right, because she looked exactly like a Muppet.
People say it so much, sometimes I start to confuse words. And so I even asked them, I'm like, do I look like a Muppet?
Oh, look at Jeannie Mai. She said, oh, the humanity. And Jeannie Mai looked like a little tadpole in the face ass beach. All right. Jeannie Mai looked like a tadpole in the face. But look at Jeannie Mai. She like gone. She had to cover her face. Yes, you do look like a Muppet. All right. Even her friends know you look like a Muppet. All right.
It's like, absolutely.
Look at the other girl, the 3LW girl. She tried to scratch her. The 3LW girl gone, bro. She like, yo. All right, this crazy, man.
Only not. But this person has the whole world calling me that. And it's just so devastating because.
Yep, she gone. 3LW gone. All right, she like, look, man, I'm out. All right, man, get me up out of here, bro. They not even crying. They like, yes, you do look like a Muppet.
It takes me back to high school. And, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. But what I can do is what Jeannie does. And thank you, Jeannie. I can act like the world is all peaches and cream and tastes like strawberries.
Look at Jeannie. Jeannie gone. Jeannie gone. She ready to burst out laughing. Oh, my goodness. All right. Oh, the humanity. All right. The sisterhood not standing up for your girl, Tamar Braxton, looking like a Muppet. All right. Looking like a whole Muppet. And Jeannie might look like a tadpole in the face. All right. Tell me she don't look like a tadpole. All right. Straggle, Sniggle, Thea. A woman would rather go to jail than pay the bill for her dinner date. Her dinner date did not show up, and you can possibly see why. Her dinner date, well, the dinner date did show up, but she was a busted Pillsbury biscuit can. And then the guy dined and dashed, or I guess she ate the food, but she feels like she shouldn't have to pay for the bill. Let's take it to the video.
You can take me into jail. I really don't give a at this point.
I got called because somebody wasn't paying their bill.
That's
Is that
me.
you? Why haven't we paid our bill?
Because the guy was supposed to show up and he did. This guy that I was on a date with.
So you came here, you ate food, the guy didn't come, and you don't want to pay for the food.
Correct.
Okay, you don't see the issue with that?
I mean, I don't really care. I'm not arguing at this point. So you can take me to jail. I don't really give a
If you don't pay, it's called theft.
I'm done with Beaver Creek. You can take me to Greene County Jail.
From my understanding, you did this over at Black Rock, too.
That's fine. I don't have
Why do we keep having this issue?
because I don't have a job because people keep on putting theft on my rec.
So why do we keep doing it then?
Because I can't eat.
All right, there you go right here. We got big back universities. You guys, Red Pill Rangers. All right, this is what happens. And I don't know why you worried about it. They end up just like this. All right, we got a busted Pillsbury biscuit can that completely dine and dash and uses dates as an excuse for her to eat. All right, she's always hungry. And she said, I'd rather go to jail than to pay this bill. All right, and she can't get a job because she's always hungry. All right, boy, oh boy. A black man will save her, though. A black man will save her.
What do you mean you can't eat?
Because I don't have a job. So why is that hard to explain other than selling my ass?
I can't eat, so I'm going to keep going to restaurants.
So what do you
food.
need? You guys fuck all the girls in the jails anyways.
Okay.
All right, this woman says selling her booty cheeks. All right, she's going to sell her booty cheeks for money to eat food. All right. This is where it goes. I mean, of course, it's far too late in the game for you to consider doing this, although there are some starving ass ninjas out there, but you probably gonna have to be a feeder or something like that. You could probably start the OnlyFans with all that cellulite. She even want to sell her booty cheeks. She even knows that there's an ATM between her legs. All right, this is getting insane that women are out here ready to sell that puss for a couple of dollars.
Ew.
All right.
Exactly. And the judges.
Okay.
You can take me into jail. I really don't give a shit at this point.
I got called because somebody wasn't paying their bill.
That's
Is that
me.
you?
That's you, and that's you. All right, so this is how it ends, gentlemen. I know you guys are worried about it. What's going to happen in 20 years? There it is right there. All right, that's her. All right, she's out here wanting to, she's out here not wanting to eat. Or she wants to eat, but she don't want to pay. All right, we got Straggle, Sniggle Theater. Another woman. We have a strong and independent Black queen coming up here on Straggle, Sniggle Theater. And she says that she bought a house, and one purpose that she bought that house for is not actually happening. And she's going to give you the reason why. Yes, there's a storyline here. This sister said, I believe she is in, maybe she's joking. I'm not sure it is. Maybe it's a skit. It's a skit, coach. We're going to share the screen. Sister says she bought a house for one reason, and she thought that one reason would happen, but of course it ain't happening yet. Let's play the video.
I knew whenever I got my own house, I was going to be fucking all over it. I ain't fucking nothing. I'm fucking pitiful. I'm fucking lonely, actually. I'm sitting in my garage. I built this gym, and I'm fucking fat. It's a whole lot of fucking going on, but it ain't the type of fucking that I'm supposed to be going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking single mom.
No. Oh my goodness. All right, there you go, gentlemen. There's your Black queen. So she said when she bought that house, it was about to be a whole bunch. She was going to be fucking everywhere in the house. All right. That was her goal, was to fuck everywhere in the house. Like, that's why she bought that house. All right. Now listen, I love these women when they tell the truth, man. Speak that truth, sister. Speak that truth. Because when I got my first apartment, when I was in my early 20s, that's what I thought. I'm gonna be fucking like crazy in this apartment. All right. I couldn't wait to move out. Then I got a girlfriend like right away, right, in the first 2 or 3 months. Then I had just one girl I was banging. All right. But the first 2 months I was going crazy. But then I got a girlfriend, and then there goes that. All right. 6 months later, I had the girlfriend. All right. So but yeah, there she is right there. She said, when I got this house, I thought I was going to be fucking everywhere in the house, but it ain't. I'm a single mom. I got to work 2 jobs to pay the mortgage and so forth and so on. Ain't no fucking going on.
Whenever I got my own house, I was going to be fucking all over it.
Oh, Jesus.
I ain't fucking nothing.
Oh, my goodness. All right. These women are disgusting creatures out here. My goodness. All right. Goodness.
I'm fucking pitiful. I'm fucking lonely, actually.
Oh, and look at that gap in between her two.
I'm sitting in my garage. I built this gym, and I'm fucking fat.
And she fat. She getting fatter, all right, because she working. By the way, man, why don't people fix their gaps in their teeth? Is this a thing that you guys are doing here? Black parents, Black people. I think Black people are the only ones that still have gap teeth. All right, you're getting hardly find people that have gap teeth. Now you got to have a bunch of immigrants coming around here with teeth that look like they throwing up gang signs. But Black folks, y'all still rocking the gap. Y'all still not getting your kids braces? Boy, your priorities are all out of whack. All right, get this kid some braces. All right, this is a disgrace. All right, this is a damn disgrace. All right, do we have more Straggles and Snigs? All right, we don't have more Straggles and Snigs. All right, but we got an evil world we live in coming up. But do me a favor, hit the like button. No commercials today. We're going to spare you, but we're going to have a quick show. Nonetheless, that's Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater out. Thank you for enjoying the show. We're live from Medellin, Colombia, if you're just joining us, and we have 1,200 beautiful people watching us. In today's show, we're going to get to some early other contributors to today's show. And we got no government name. He says, the local stream was great as usual. Remember, gents, your future wives are being exhausted by the jerks and stretched out. And rich millionaire buster ass niggas like CGA. He says these jealous priced out Mitches don't have the stomach and trying to screenshot CGA's rotation live, and they're trying to screenshot them. And not only that, they're trying to reverse image search them, or they trying to look them up on the site that I find them and tell them, don't fuck CGA. All right, these Mitch ass niggas, do CGA got a big dick ass nigga? How long did CGA last, ass nigga? All right, you know, man, these men out here absolutely pathetic. All right, absolutely pathetic. All right, here they really in struggle zone. All right, where we go right here. Okay, really in struggle zone. All right, CGA. CGA on the internet talking about he fucking you. All right, none of these bitches. I only had one time where I thought a woman definitely got the word out. We had a dirty Mac ass nigga. I think one woman definitely got the word out because at one point during the local stream, he had contacted me or he had talked, and then he basically made it an idea that we knew the same woman. And right after that stream ended, or maybe within that week, she blocked me on the site. All right, she blocked me on the site. So I was like, yeah, he told. Yeah, he went back and told. These people are something else. All right, CGA on the stream talking about you and ass nigga. Oh man, this is an evil world we live in. Coming up next, we do have some Venmos and Cash Apps that we need to acknowledge, but I do need to sign in and sign out. Of course, I'm overseas or I'm in another country, so they sign me out very quickly, and then they want me to, you know, sign in with my security. All right, yeah, it's a little bit tight over here. Security a little bit tight. By the way, Van Glorious. This is protected by the red, black, and the green. Did you guys know we're doing a meetup? We're doing a meetup in Houston, Texas this weekend. All right. Once I leave Colombia, we're in Houston, Texas. All right. In order to find the information, I don't have the link, but I'll link it in the description box. Almost all the seats are sold out. And coming up, we're going to tell you who's the special guest at our meetup. We have 2 special collaborators that we're going to be meeting with in Houston, Texas this weekend coming up. And it's going to be hot in Houston. The coach gang is going to be there with the security, and we're going to have people with firearms on their hip. You know, we can carry firearms there. We're going to be in Houston, Texas. All right, coming up here. Yes. The link is in. Let me see here. I think there's only 5 or 6 seats left. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Let's see if I can pull it up. I don't have the link here, but if you go to Discord, Locals, or Patreon, the link is there. And of course, being a member of the Money Mindset and a member of Locals, you get first access to these events plus a discount. There were 10 discounted seats and people jumped on them very early. We basically sold 14 or 15 of the 20 seats really early there. And of course, our special guest is going to have access to some seats as well. So it's a full house, it's a small venue, and all of that. All right. So, yeah, we got it, man. And we might have some Houston Calico coming through. I'm thinking and considering and bringing at least 2 pieces of Houston Calico. Should I bring some Houston 10 Strags from the 5th Ward? All right. Should I be that? I'm not sure what I should do here. Yeah. Maybe we should bring some of them Katy, Texas white women out there. All right, from Houston, or maybe those Brownsville, Texas, those Brownsville Latinas. All right, where should we bring here? Maybe I should bring one of each. A Latina over from, I can't remember what that beach is called. I think it's called Galveston. Maybe a Latina from Galveston, 1 Houston 5th Ward Strag, and a Katy, Texas white woman. All right, yeah, that's what we'll do. I think that's what we'll do. We'll probably bring one of those, one of each for Houston, Texas. All right, let's see here. Oh, let's go back over here. Let's see if we have any other contributors to today's show. The Big Boss Man says these guys who are criticizing men living their lives have never been in a relationship or they're in a scarcity marriage. We need to apply pressure to these Mitch ass niggas. Yes, we do. Mitch ass ninjas. All right, these men, I mean, you guys don't realize, and if you're older than 40, you do not realize the struggle of men that are 20 to 40. These men are absolutely struggling. Like, most men have never been in a relationship, right? I've heard a dude took a girl on vacation and didn't even put hands on hips. Like, dudes, I mean, men are in bad shape out here, right? Men are in bad shape. Men haven't been in full-time relationships. They never cohabitated, certainly never married, certainly never had children, right? They have just had a slow start to life. Body counts in the single digits, right? Body counts in the single digits, if not virgins. Like wow, men are not men anymore. Like, I get it. I get these 304s are out of control here, but men are men are in bad shape. And then they want to mess around and be like, we don't want to do it the way CGA is doing it. Yeah, it's a different time. We got Greg. Let me see if I can say your name. Gregory the Bataram says, what's up, coach? Lately, I've been dealing with a lot of feminists online. When I give my number lately after we hit it off, of course, a few of the ladies retort back with, here's my number, you text me. And when that happens, I automatically block and delete because I don't deal with, in the chat ends. All right, you don't deal with, I'm not sure what you don't deal with. My question is, how are you contacting them? You hit them up? Is this a dating app situation? I'm thinking it's a dating app because it doesn't sound like a cold approach. Now, let me just give you how I would interpret that. That would be a relatively simple thing to do. Again, the bar is in hell, but it sounds like you're getting in touch with them and you give them your number. All right. And what happens is the woman volleys back. You contact me. I don't chase. So this is a woman that says they don't chase. All right. I'm not going to chase. And with that in effect, what that means is they want to do it a traditional way and kind of want to walk it. You approach them. You're the one that makes the first point of contact and this and that. Now, when you're in the regular marketplace, this is an expectation. I would expect something like that. When you're in the monetized dating marketplace, it works the opposite. All right. 98% chance that the woman contacts you on command, right? You give the number, 98% chance she's going to contact you because she is the one in the chase mode. But if you're in the regular dating marketplace, I think it's an expectation that you would make the first contact, especially with a normie chick. Now, to me, normie chicks are just outdated to me right now. Maybe not to you, but normie chicks are outdated. Like the whole method and strategy of what a normie chick is doing is completely outdated. What's going to typically happen to a woman like that is if you follow that order, all right, which is in the order, it is an order. If you're interested in me, you need to chase me. I'm a woman. I'm a traditional woman. I don't approach men. If you follow that, she's going to proceed to then follow with the 90-day no sex rule. All right. So you're gonna get walked right down the path of a traditional date right now. I mean, the man that she wants, she certainly contacts him. Okay, just as I'm talking right now, I had one of my fine pieces of chocolate calico just texting me right now. I don't text women. I don't initiate. I don't text. All right, I'm in the leverage position. That doesn't mean that I make them chase me, but if they want something, they need to come and get it. Right. So they need to be the one to assert. They need to want to be the established. Now, this isn't to belittle them and put them in that position. Right. But they need to be the one to make the contact because I'm in leverage position. In the normie dating marketplace, it is perceived that the woman is in leverage position. So then it is perceived that if she wants you to play the game, she's going to say, you contact me. I don't chase. I don't approach men first. I don't contact men first. And then what you'll find is that when you do this, if you then follow this order, she's going to continue to make orders of you, right? But again, in the normie dating marketplace, this is the expectation. And so if you're dealing with normie women who play the fence between, all right, dealing with the Pookie and the Ray Ray, if you will, and then dealing with you, yeah, you're going to be up shit's creek. You're going to be following and following and following. Okay, it's going to be bad ultimately, but I think that would be the expectation. But you do have to kind of take the power back if that's the case. All right, you have to take the power back. Now, for these type of normie chicks, once you put 2 or 3 pieces of dick on them, all right, then they'll start chasing your ass, right, real quick. He said, sounds like they have the leverage and options. They do. I mean, in the normie dating world, the woman does have the leverage and options. They do. But before the man does, before the majority of men, the woman certainly does have the leverage and options because you approach them. That's where the dynamic is. You approach them. You want them. All right. They particularly may not be interested in you until you apply pressure. So they do have the leverage and options in the normie marketplace. That's why I'm always telling guys, learn what marketplace you want to, what you want to work in. Okay. And if you're not that guy, the top 5, 10% guy, 15% guy, they ain't going to chase you, bro. This is why, again, cold approaching them does put you in a less leverage position. All right. These are the things that I take. You employ the cold approach, it puts you in a less leverage position, right? Because it puts you in a begging position. Right? It puts you in a begging position. And if you so just so happen to get that 2, 3, 5% of women that actually leads to something, even if she's a subpar, marginal, average woman, she's still gonna make you chase. Right? And that's her world, though. That's the game you played. Okay. He says they think they do. I ain't bending over backwards. That's what I'm saying. Like, now it's a stalemate. So the normal dating world is at a stalemate. All right. And I'm just giving you the real here. The normal dating world is at a stalemate. Men don't want to chase women. Women typically want men to apply pressure and chase them. And both sides are at a stalemate. Now, what men will want me to do is solve for that. You got to understand, I can't solve for everybody's position. What I can do is tell you what you can control. Right? I'm going to say control you. Just like when we get to the main event, dudes are worried about trick ass millionaires. Worry about yourself. Control what you have and then play the game by your own rules. You create your own rules in your game, or you can move to a different game. But as long as you guys are on dating apps, as long as you guys are cold approaching, as long as you guys are out here without the ability to communicate, as long as you guys are out here broke dating, as long as you guys are out here without leverage and options, this is the game you're choosing to play. The frustration game, we're at a stalemate. Now, I did a video years ago. Who remembers this video? It was a video that said how I eliminated 90% of women from my dating availability. Okay. And this was years ago with the same philosophy I have today. Now, the same philosophy I have today looks different because I leveraged up. At the time, I was still trying to leverage up. But I said, how I eliminate 90% of women. Most men cannot eliminate 90% of women. Now, today, it's more like 95 to 98%. All right, 95 to 98%. All right, there's times where when I didn't have leverage and options, most women were good enough for me. Today, not so much. All right, not so much. It's not even close. All right, most women can't even get to a position where I would gain interest and qualify for them. Number one, if they want me to chase, they're already eliminated. If they're a liberal, already eliminated. If they're a staunch feminist or toeing the line of feminist, already eliminated. If they're a certain race of woman, already eliminated. Like, if their mentality is a certain way, already eliminated. Is she a broke bitch? Already eliminated. Like, there's certain things that I would just eliminate them right off the rip. If they're over 28, they're somewhat almost eliminated. Certainly over 35, completely gone, unless they're just a hookup. All right. Unless they're just a hookup and I can get easy access. The minute she causes problems, okay, you're out of the rotation. So most guys can't do that. Thus, when you guys hit me with this, you guys got to realize I'm in a different position. So I have less patience for the bullshit, especially for the Mitch Ninja shit. I have less patience. When you guys hit me with these things, it just basically sums it up that you don't want. Literally trying to play the game and don't boss up. Now, why do you want me to solve for that? I'm going to ask you an honest question. You're making it impossible for me. You basically want me to be a red pill ranger. Man, I ain't trying to chase these hoes. I'm so beyond that at this particular point. And I've been preaching to you for the better part of 3 years how to get beyond that. How to beat the game. I'm telling you how to beat the game. Somebody said we're glitching. Yeah, we're in a hotel internet. Apologies. I'm going to ask you again. Why do you want me to constantly talk about that? Why do you want me to constantly try to get you guys to calm down and soothe yourself? Okay, by going in and trying to not deal with these hoes and fuck these hoes. They want us to chase them. We ain't gonna chase them. We gonna play. Man, I ain't got no time for this shit. I'm literally like, I'm tired, boss. Boss, I'm tired. I'm motherfucking tired, bro. Like, I can't continue to revolve this conversation. It's pointless. Nigga, boss the fuck up. Boss up, nigga. Who cares? Like, I'm way beyond that. Now, I continue to talk about it because it's relevant, but I do give you the solution. Okay? I'm giving you the solution. So are we up? We up? We'll have some problems. The point I was making, man, the point I was making is that men are in struggle zone right now, and the relationship marketplace is at a stalemate because people do not want to make that move. They don't want to, there's been a lot of broken hearts and broken people. There's a lot of people that have trust issues, and they mistrust a lot of people. A lot of people don't have leverage financially, right? A lot of people are in bad shape financially, which is not allowing people to afford to do certain things. And I understand this, but it's not something that I didn't warn you about. I told you this was all going to come to a head. The point of no return meets the moment of truth. Okay. I told you this is going to happen. So I'm less sympathetic about it, the position that people are in today, because I don't have patience. I told you this was going to happen. Now, here's the thing. Okay. This marketplace is exactly how I predicted it. But what people were doing is they, first of all, didn't believe me. Second of all, they wanted to debate me, bro. All right. They wanted to debate me, bro. Then they accused me of not being able to get bitches. Right. So now where are they? Where the pickup guys at? Where the Mac ass niggas at? Where the PUAs at? In this marketplace? Where they at? Where they at with the whole, negging? Where they at with the womanese shit? Where they at with the whole backhanded compliment shit? Where they at? See, this is why I'm impatient with men today, because I told you what was going to happen 5 years ago. And I was like, this is what the marketplace is going to look like. You better be prepare for it. Most people are going to be priced out. It is what it is. All right. And the economy is going to be like this. The economy ain't going to get better until 2032 at best. I've been told you. So I've been telling you, you're going to have to beat it another way. Pause. I told you dating was dead. Marriage is dead for most people. And the statistics back it up. Everything that I was saying. But what you're trying to do is apply 2016 dating strategy to 2025. It's like, what? Bruh, that's gone, man. Sorry, man. Larry Bird ain't walking through that door, fans. So if you want to use that particular strategies of, this woman contacted me, she wants me to text first. You guys are so behind the fucking 8-ball. I don't even know what to tell you. You're cooked. You're cooked. People can't even, Gen Z can't even afford to go on dates anymore. Cooked. As a group, not individually. They can't even afford to go on a date, whether they're paying 50-50 or not. Cooked. So why are you wanting me to trying to be like, what do you want me to do? It's like, what do you want me to do? It's like completely regressing the conversation. You do have choices out here. You do have decisions to make. What happened to cold approach? That shit is lit. You can't even pay a nigga to cold approach. Not a bum nigga. That's not a bum nigga. All right. You can't even pay a dude to cold approach here, man. Let alone sell a course to cold approach. Shit ain't happening. Like, that's not going to be ways where you make millions of dollars. You can't even do that today. So that phase is gone. It's dead. And it ain't coming back anytime soon. So you better realize the marketplace that we're in is the monetized dating marketplace. I've been done told y'all that's where it's going to be. And I've been done told y'all that that's how it's going to be here really until Gen Alpha becomes early adults. And that's going to be a while. All right. That's going to be 10 years. All right. Gen Alpha right now. What is the youngest Gen Alpha? 4, 3, 2. That's the youngest Gen Alpha, 2 years old. That's where we're at. We need them to become 18 and 19. So ride this shit out, bro. Right. The Pandora's box is open. It ain't coming back. The old dating strat is gone. All right. And people, you know what? Let me go ahead and go to the next segment. So you better figure it out. And Gen Alpha is just going to take it to another level. I don't even know where they're going to take it yet. All right. Because there's not enough data for us to decide. We don't know if it's going to be double monetized. We don't know if it's going to go back traditional. It's, right now we don't know because they're still, the youngest one is still 14 or 13. So we don't have enough information right now to determine what it's going to be. It could be AI. It could be bot dating at that particular point. So, you better get real. Speaking of getting real, we have our brother, the one and only on this evil world we live in. We have our brother, the pimp master extraordinaire, Sugar Free, gonna make an appearance on this evil world we live in. But before we show him, we have a woman that is on soft white underbelly, which sounds like a great time at my house in Orange County. All right, soft white underbelly. All right, that sounds like a great time. But on soft white underbelly, there's a woman that sells punani that says a woman should never be broke if she got a peace sleeve. All right, here we go.
As long as you got a pussy, you should never be broke. So I'm just saying that. Because why be out here broke when you don't have to? Like, come on now. Not saying that you're using your pussy, but this pussy here is power. It's really power. And like my grandma say, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So just remember that. I have more to me than just have intellect, you know. I have a certain touch. I have a certain sound.
It's your personality.
A personality. I've been through a lot. I'm a good talker. I'm a good listener. Things like that. You know, it adds to everything. So I'm more than what I do. So, you know, but God, he got a purpose with me. I know that for a fact.
You're addicted to it.
Yeah. But either I'm going to eat or I'm going to get ate up. And I don't want to get ate up.
Oh, my goodness.
And the streets is no joke. Like I'm telling you, like, as long as you got a pussy, you should never be broke.
All right. So we got the old school. By the way, this is the old school mentality here. Her grandmama probably told her that. I think she said her mama told her that, but maybe her granny told her that. But yeah, it's kind of true. Like if you got a vagina, how you broke? All right. But there are some women out here that just want to ride the bus stop. All right. They have morals. They refuse. All right. They rather, you know what I mean, stay on the moral track. All right. I'll refuse. Okay. Stay on the bus stop at 120 degrees in Phoenix, Arizona. Do you, baby? All right. You be out there sweating in humidity. You got to do you. All right. But shout out to this piece of street meat that is hitting you with what her granny told her. You got a vagina, you should never be broke. All right. But and that used to be the case when marriage was a thing. All right. But of course, marriage is not a thing. So now they got to sell pussy directly to the customer. By the way, if you guys are celebrating or you guys are shitting on that one, we have another guy here that you guys love. Oh, I didn't mean to show her again. We have the pimp extraordinaire, former pimp, Sugar Free. All right, making his appearance back on the show. He has the incredible soundbite, "Do You Have the Stomach?" Well, shout out to him and shout out to the guy Druski, who is bringing Sugar Free to more viral sensational success with his "Do You Have the Stomach?" Now, apparently, Sugar Free is going to be counseling several young boys or men to get them to have the stomach. Now, if you guys don't know what "Do You Have the Stomach" means, it comes from the idea of something that I've been trying to get men to understand, that pimp culture is not exactly how they paint it in rap music, in these little movies and books and videos. A lot of these pimps are more like a boyfriend pimp. Some of them are they run a stable of broads. But many of these guys, I've been showing you and exposed that these guys use the lover boy strategy typically until they establish a good standing in their community as pimps. All right, but a lot of them have to use the lover boy strategy. We saw that movie, The Mac, where he had the white girl and he had her be the girlfriend. Andrew Tate had the lover boy strategy. He called it the pimp and hose degree, where he used a strategy of getting girls to be the boyfriend first, boyfriend and girlfriend, and then getting them to be on the cam girl. So a lot of this is what men don't understand. They're sending a girl on the track to sell themselves that they have a romantic interest in. However, they're removing the emotions from the relationship. Love don't mix with this pimping, in a sense. Love don't mix with this pimping. So a lot of people don't realize that the pimp industry, a lot of guys have a relationship. Some of these girls are their baby mamas. So, a lot of these girls work for a guy, and then she becomes the bottom B, and then she gets pregnant by the guy. All right. So these are things that happen that young men don't really want to talk about, but Sugar Free is going to highlight this in this interview here. So let's go ahead and roll the Sugar Free footage here and see if any of these guys have the stomach.
Girl that you really like. Say, this guy over here told me he'd give me $2,000 to fuck me in the bathroom real quick.
I'd give her $2,000 to stay by me.
You better watch that bitch, nigga. You better watch that bitch gone. She gonna get trick money and your money. Step your game up, P. That ain't pimping. You gonna get your ass on a cross.
I don't know if I would handle it the way Sugar Free handled it. I'd probably handle it my way.
That ain't pimp shit. These bitches don't belong to us. If your girl that you really like Say this guy over here told me he'd give me $2,000 to fuck me in the bathroom real quick.
I'd give her $2,000 to stay by me.
We're going to show you because there's several clips of this right here. For some reason, I didn't have the other clip queued up. But as you can see, the young man did not have the stomach. All right. He definitely did not have the stomach for what Sugar Free was putting out there. Now, Sugar Free is telling you how the game works. If your girl comes to you and says, hey, this man wants to pay me $2,000 to take me in the bathroom, and you say, nah, I'm going to save you from that. I'll give you the $2,000. He said, that ain't your girl. These girls don't belong to you. These girls don't belong to you. This is a phrase that we use here. It ain't your girl, it's just your turn. All right. She's our girl. The Y is silent. Okay. So he's even saying these ain't your girls, they're just temporary. Why would you give her the money when she's just gonna get the trick money too? She's gonna get both, and you're gonna still lose your girl. All right, you're gonna still use your girl. So this is something that, you know, a lot of men are discovering, they're learning, but it's hard for them to really put it together. All right, and let's see here. We got a couple more clips by Sugar Free here. We're gonna see if you guys have the stomach for the game, for the ism, the player-ism, the mackin'. All right, Sugar Free out here with some classic clips being put out here on Druski's interview. Shout out for Druski for giving Sugar Free some shine. Okay, because we've been giving Sugar Free his shine. This is Sugar Free here with two young men seeing if they have the stomach.
Hey, yo, G, how you doing?
What it is? So you must be a strong motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And if your girl come up to you,
well, I don't got a girl. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been bamboozled.
All right. Shout out to Sugar Free. Says he's been bamboozled with the Ayo chill, son. Ayo. All right. So he don't have a girl. Either he's an incel virgin, or he's gone his own way, or he's a Ayo chill reading rainbow dupe shooter, pooter intruder. So Sugar Free said, I'm gonna have to pull that clip up. I'm gonna have to clip that. I've been bamboozled. And there's a lot of you old tippy toe ass sugar in a tank ass niggas that be in here watching me. You tippy toe sugar in the tank ass niggas. All right. And so I've been bamboozled by a lot of you punk ass Mitches. Really, y'all some duke shooting ass niggas. But I've been bamboozled too by some of you Mitch ass niggas that been watching me for years and years, not evolving. Adapt or die ass nigga. All right. He said he been bamboozled. All right. So let's see what else that he has here. Let's play the video. Been bamboozled. All right, here we go.
Javante, nigga, you lied, nigga.
Hey,
What's your name, Pete?
My name Big Bit Will Yip Snip on the Who High Hegler Yip Gips.
Can you imagine watching your girl getting fucked by some motherfucker and you gotta sit there and watch this shit?
As long as I'm getting some of that Goo High Sniggle Yang and it's the right amount, we can earn dang on
man,
heavy gear.
Hello. Capital P, man, Sugar Free.
All right, so Sugar Free here met up with a real P, all right, that was speaking for you guys that don't realize this and remember this back in the day. And actually, Chris Rock had a video. He had a movie, a character that he played on Saturday night. I can't remember the character's name, but he was like a pimp back in the day. I can't remember the character's name. Maybe you can help me out. But Chris Rock had a character back in the 80s and the late 70s when a lot of guys, you know, had a diamond in the back, a sun rooftop, dig in the scene with the gangster lean. A lot of men in the street used to use pig Latin, right? They used to use pig Latin. Now, what he was saying possibly might not be pig Latin. I can't speak pig Latin. But back in the day, criminals, drug dealers, scammers, pimps, and players used to use pig Latin. Now, Snoop Dogg also, Pootie Tang was the character. Thank you. Pootie Tang was the character. Also, the whole for shizzle my nizzle, all right, that whole Snoop Dogg thing is kind of an offshoot of the pig Latin that street guys used to use. All right, so that's where that comes from, where these guys would speak like this in a way to speak some sort of jive or in a language that nobody, coded language that the police couldn't decipher. All right, and so you would see a lot of pimps and people who were of the street talking this pig Latin, all right, or offshoots of sort of pig Latin that would have here. And when I was growing up, I remember that was the thing. All right. In the late 70s and early 80s, people would be the shizzle, my nizzle, and they were speaking this type of pig Latin. So you seen the second guy come in with the pimp aura saying, as long as the smash niggle, the smizzle, but yeah. All right. And Sugar Free said, this is the real piece. So let me go ahead and play it again for you young brothers that are coming up here. All right. This is this offshoot of kind of a pig Latin spoken slang, this jive, this more or less rhythm and rhyming that pimps use. It's more coded language for you not to understand. Pimps speak in pretty much coded language. Yeah. Right? This thing. I trust me, I don't know how to speak it. But a lot of the pimps speak in coded language, which I hear a lot of sucker ass Mitches. A sucker ass Mitches trying to speak in coded language too. And a lot of girls, of course, strags, mud sharks, and a lot of women of the street. And of course, a lot of Mitches try to speak in pimpism, right? And what I mean in effect is, and this is important, a lot of people are taking, and I've been saying this for a long time, but pimping, why dating stems from prostitution. A lot of you guys are applying pimp language and culture into regular dating. All right. And this is the problem on the male side. A lot of women are bringing in what they call pseudo prostitution, or as Ron Wills called it, acculturated prostitution, into regular dating. So women that are asking for money up front, women are asking, are you going to pay a bill or a rent? What are you going to pay? Women are looking to rob and trick you. This is street culture. This is whore culture, escort culture. This is prostitution culture in regular dating. Men are using pimp culture, pimp rules to talk about regular dating. So they'll talk about tricks. They'll talk about simps. They'll talk about putting her up on my program. These are all pimp language. Like this is not for dating. This is certainly not for courting. It's not for mate selection. It is certainly not to find your wife. So what men are confused by, especially young men, is they're bringing in pimp culture into regular dating rules. It doesn't apply there. It doesn't work. You can't say, I'm gonna put a bitch on my program and I ain't gonna trick for her and I'll never simp and I'll never check. This is pimp culture. This is street rules for regular dating. This is why dating is broken on the male side and the female side, especially black men. Black men are bringing in complete pimp player culture into regular dating rules. This is not going to work. But let's go ahead and see Sugar Free here. I think I have one more clip of Sugar Free. All right. It's not going to work, by the way. Let's play this one.
Hey, what's happening?
Hey, OG, how you doing?
What it is? Oh, you must be a strong motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And if your girl come up to you,
well, I don't got a girl.
All right. We'll skip this one. Yeah. Keep your girl in check. All right. Keep your girl in check. Never spend a dime on a woman. Like, these are all pimp ideas. These are all street pimp ideas that you're bringing into regular dating. You better keep your girl in check. Pimp. That's pimp culture. All right. That has nothing to do with more or less regular relationships and dating. Let's continue here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been bamboozled. Javante, nigga, you lied, nigga.
Hey,
What's your name, Pete?
My name Big Bipple Yip Snip on the Hoo Ha Higgler Yip Gip.
Yeah, on the Hoo Ha Higgly Gip. I mean, if you are a regular guy, please, you better be pimping mad hoes if you're talking like this. Do not bring that to regular dating. All right, this is definitely somebody that doesn't mind his girlfriend getting fucked, all right, by somebody else for some money. He definitely has the stomach, all right? He definitely has the stomach. He probably from Las Vegas.
Can you imagine watching your girl getting fucked by some motherfucker and you got to sit there and watch this shit?
As long as I'm getting some of that Goo-Ha Smiggle Yang.
That Goo-Ha Smiggle Yang, again, people don't realize this about the pimp culture is that they're cucks right here. All right. Yeah, Baltimore has this. Milwaukee has this. Chicago has this. St. Louis has this. Trust me, I've been to all these places. Philadelphia has this. All right. This is definitely indicative of this particular culture lane. All right. They all have a version of this type of pig Latin and speaking jive and pimp. Right. They all have a culture. As long as I'm getting that Goo-Ha Smiggle Yang. All right. See, I mean, it ain't for you. This is not for the regular guy. You guys aren't pimps. You're perpetrating pimps. Oakland, certainly in Oakland, E40 has that kind of pig Latin. Sniggle, that's kind of an offshoot of that, all right, as well. It's not exactly that, but it's an offshoot. That Yuha Sniggle Yang, all right, bro, what the fuck, bro? All right, what the fuck? But you guys are really out here keep a bitch in check and check your trap. All right, go ahead.
And it's the right amount, we can entertain on a heavy gear.
We can entertain. All right, okay, got it.
Hello. Capital P, man. Sugar free. Hey, what's happening, man?
All right, let's take this off the screen. And do we have one more clip of sugar free? Sprinkle me. All right, my maid is coming in here in 10 seconds. All right, but let me see here. We have Druski. Druski is apparently in shock listening to Sugar Free spit. Oh, by the way, game is another offshoot of pimp culture. When people say you ain't got no game and I got game, this is pimp culture. This has nothing to do with dating or picking up girls. Now, it eventually evolved into that. Due to the translation from hip hop culture. We tell you hip hop culture was like a time bomb, destroying the black community, even worse than the crack era. All right, even worse than the tuberculosis or the syphilis thing here. All right, so when people talk about game, that's directly from street player pimp culture. All right, it has nothing to do with regular dating, nothing to do with picking up girls. When dudes talk about cold approach is another offshoot of pimp culture. All right, it has nothing to do with regular dating. All right, just so you guys know, mouthpiece is another offshoot of pimp culture. All right, it has nothing to do with regular dating or relationships. Now, what we've done is we've mixed these areas, and now you wonder why there's a culturated prostitution. You wonder why the women have evolved to selling their pussy, because you guys are out here evolving your dating strategies from pimp culture. So it's not just the woman's side. We have to really understand it's not just from the woman's side. The men have just as much contribution to the woman's mindset as the women do. You guys wanted to mac these hoes and run game and run the mouthpiece, and you guys wanted to do all that shit. Now you wonder why they selling their pussy openly. Think about it. You guys were the ones that brought that pimp shit into the dating marketplace with regular girls. You brought it in there. Now you wonder why they want to sell their pussy directly outright. All right, you put it in the music. You had Bishop Don Magic Wong and Pimp Cups. You had PIMP. You had I Don't Love Hope. You brought that in there. And now you wonder why these women be like, oh, okay, well, go ahead. All right. So there it is. You guys wanted to check your trap, your program, and you wanted to learn from these pimps, and you wanted to learn the ism and the player and how to be a player. You wanted that. And now look at it. All right. But anyway, yep. Blaxploitation films, the Mac. All right. Who's the Mac? Ice Cube. Let's continue here with Sugar Free. And Druski, do you have the stomach? Sugar Free.
I'm your friendly neighborhood player partner, Sugar Free. If there was nobody else left in the world to pimp, I will end up pimping me.
We're bringing the best and best of everything. And music, the industry, and life.
Right.
You got plenty of music out. You tour, you understand women. You also a pimp, and that's not in the past, that's current.
You got to put everything to the side. Your mama, your daddy, your girlfriend, especially your girlfriend. Let me tell you something about this gang. It requires no heart. That's an organ that you do not need. No feelings, zero feelings. Bitch told me one day, when you blow up, you're going to leave me. I'm like, you motherfucker. Right. Bitch, I'm gone. I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gone. It's easy to tell a hoe from what we call square bitch. Nigga, be solo about your shit. Don't need no bitch up in there. I didn't write the motherfucker. I just read the book.
So you know all
Believing in the game. These women talk to multiple men daily. You be the one that don't want no even though you do. If it's that bad, go jump in the shower, hit that motherfucker real quick, and come back out and continue the conversation with the It's hard to do, but that's why it means so much.
All right. So again, another piece of incredible advice from Sugar Free. And again, these young guys, you don't have the stomach. What he basically said, and a lot of guys have said this in this Manosphere space, you're driven by lust. If you think you like that woman, he said, go hit the head. Go ahead and jerk that off real quick and see if you're still interested. And Sugar Free is right. Most of you guys would not even be interested. Right? You would literally, your interest in the woman would immediately go down 80%. That's that post-nut clarity, 80%. So all these things that you're doing, and I'm not suggesting that you do it. I've never suggested that you do that. However, it's not a bad idea. You know what I mean? Like if you think your lust is out of control, you want to control yourself and wrangle it in. All right. That's one way to do it. That is one way to do it, by going, you know what? All right. Instead of struggling and wasting 6 hours of my life and $150, might as well go ahead and goon that off. Hey, listen, Sugar Free with the advice. The pimp culture is real. Let's see what Druski has to say about this.
Stop these bitches.
Yep.
You don't got to do it right there.
If you think with a little head, you get little head, little trick, but I ain't going against the grain, not me, not even a little bit.
All right, so there's a little bit of rapping. By the way, rapping comes from this jive culture. You know, I'm rapping. Let me rap to you. All right, cat, dog. All right, these come from the jive culture, not necessarily pimp culture, but rapping for certainly does. Let's continue.
You think with a little head, you get little head, little trick.
If you think with the little head, you get little head trick. All right, interesting.
But I ain't going against the grain, not me, not even a little bit. If you can't stomach a man your bitch 4 feet.
I wish I had my sound effect. I wish I had my sound effects right here. If you can't stomach your woman messing with another man for a fee, the world done already swallowed you up. Now, guys, that's him saying it. Yeah, somebody more better than you, built more better than you, that look better than you. All right, talk better than you, smile better than you. He fresher than you. He got more money than you. He said, if you ain't got the stomach. So he's saying, ain't no love in this pimping. All right. Pimp ain't got a heart. Pimp got a cold heart out here. Now, you guys are the ones that follow it and you cherry pick from that culture. But here's the deal. He's telling you a real part of the game that a lot of men want to leave out of the pimp culture, which is one of the reasons I don't have great respect for pimps, is that they really have a cuck relationship with them where the money is the most important thing. The money is the most important thing, not the relationship with the woman, not the sexual relationship with the woman. Now, yeah, I mean, we all kind of sharing, right? So it is a dynamic that he even admits. It ain't your girl. She not yours. It's your turn. So that's really the nature of men. We're all sharing. Sometimes another man's trash is another man's treasure, right? You meet a woman and you want to get rid of her, she gone. You didn't already had use of her. Another man meets her, he puts her on a pedestal. All right. And what do you call that? Simping? What do you call it? So we're all kind of participating in this. And even Sugar Free at the height of what you guys respect, the pimp culture, he's saying he wants his woman to go ahead and prioritize that money. Go get that money. Go lay in coach's bed and get that trick money. All right. It's a cold, evil ass world out here. All right. What do we got? Main event coming up. Oh, I have a video. I did have another video here. Maybe we'll play this at the, should I play this at the main event? Okay, let's see here. My shit is out of order here. Pause. Let me play this video and then we'll go to the main event. All right, this video is important because this is a message I've been telling you, preaching consistently for you. So remember, my message is consistent on this one. This is a man that gives young men a wake-up call. He says men have grace period before real adulthood starts. Now, this is a young man. I don't know who the young man is, so because people have clipped it and, you know, they've taken out all of the recognition and name for him, so I can't really give him any proper respect. But this should be like a good egg segment right here. I want you to listen to him break this down. And he said, men, really, life starts at a certain age. And if you ain't competing, you lost. If you ain't bossing up, it's over for you. Meaning that if you ain't making progress, you cooked. Let's play the video all the way through 1 minute and 34 seconds.
Hey man, once you turn 18, you have a 5-year grace period to figure it out. This is the one time in your adulthood that people will have excuses and empathy for you as a man. The big three are college, military, or chasing your dreams. Once you hit 23, the clock starts ticking for actual adulthood. And if you have not done anything, if you have sat on the couch and played video games the entire time, you are behind. And you will be outcompeted by every other man in every aspect of life. And as I said earlier, this video is for men. If I have not said that enough, women have a completely different dynamic. The only way I can illustrate this is by comparing women to butterflies. They're colorful, they're beautiful, they fly around, they can land on your food. Oh, it's a cute little butterfly. Men, on the other hand, men are moths. Same thing, same thing. It's basically a night butterfly, but they are the disgust of the world and people will swat you down as a moth. That's not to invalidate women and say that they have it completely early 20s, but I'm just not going to get into that in this video. This video is for men. Just use those 5 years wisely because the world is very cruel to you. And if you do not prepare yourself for your mid-20s, you're going to get hit with a huge reality check that no one really cares about you and you will be dropped on your head. Now, this does depend on the relationships you have around you and it varies man to man, but generally speaking, compared to women, the world just will not care about you in the same way. It will drop you on your head. And that's not to say that if you're a 23-year-old man, you don't really have anything going for you right now, that's okay. But you are starting to fall behind and you need to get something going fast.
Shout out to this guy right here. I mostly agree with what he's saying. The message and the premise, I agree with him. And it's something that I want men to understand. And this is a competition. This is a competition you're living in. This is not where we just kumbaya and pick everybody up. Some men have to fall, sink or swim. Some niggas have to drizzle. Some men have to fall back. Some men don't get no pussy. You don't get a girlfriend. You don't get a wife. You don't get the big fancy house. This is where we are. And in some places, it is on steroids. So in the United States, all right, it is steroids. It is very, very, very competitive race marketplace. And exposed trick ass millionaires. All right. What men don't get is that this ain't a participation trophy life. This ain't a situation where we're just gonna not flex to protect your self-esteem. Okay, and all that stuff for our being, but it is what it is. You have to know the proper order. You're competing. Some men are saying in the comment section that men have to compete at 18. Unfortunately, that's the case in many cases, but sometimes there's a grace period, meaning that the military might give you a grace period, right? They may come in and train you and educate you and train you in a certain thing to give you a leap for when your 4 years is done, all right? College is a grace period where you don't have to enter into the rat race adulthood. That is a grace period to the particular, you can be around your demographic, your cohorts of age-appropriate friends for another 4 or 5 years. And that gives you a little bit of a grace period. And then you might have a grace period after you get your degree or graduate and then get into life and start to gather some steam. But what most men want to do, he said, they don't want to jump off the porch. All right. They think things should be given to them because it was given to men in the past. And because competition is so fierce, you do get priced out as this ball continues to head downhill, right? It's now headed to an avalanche where your buying power is little, right? Everybody knows that the boomers could buy a house with a down payment of $2,000, right? And the house was 60 grand. And that was post World War II. That was post World War II. We don't live in that era anymore. Okay, now things are on hyper steroids. We are now caught in a, we're caught in a rat race. So now people have figured out the systems and this type of thing. So now the competition is much more fierce. There's a lot more stability. People are getting blown up. There was an opportunity for you to get Hiroshima bombed and Nagasaki bombed, and your security was not guaranteed. Now today, your security and health is pretty much guaranteed. All right. You have access to vaccines and things to not let you catch polio and chicken pox and all of these things where you can stay alive. All right. People put helmets on you and don't let you drink out of lead. It let you eat lead chips and drink out of water fountains to keep your goofy ass alive. They put you in car seats backwards for a period of time, and then they let you face front for a certain amount of times. All right. They put cones in the street so people don't go and speed bumps, so that people don't speed through the street and kill your kid on a bike. Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're protected. You have guaranteed protection. Thus means, in effect, you have comfort, and people become comfort and content. And then they become entitled. So we have a group of men on Mitch Monday. A lot of men are entitled. You've done nothing. What have you done? Let alone what have you done to distinguish yourself from a series of men? All right, there's the group of men, there's the winners, or they're the men that were born in the winning, or they had an advantage, a statistical advantage. They didn't have to overcome things. Their parents did a good job raising them. Your parents got divorced or split up, or they never married. All right, or you don't know who your daddy is. You're going to have to pick it up from there. But for men, nobody gives a fuck about it out here. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody gives a fuck, because if you're an able-bodied man, you have just an equal amount of opportunity out here to come get it. And not only that, people that did get it, they overcame something to get it, so they're less sympathetic towards you. You will get dropped on your monkey ass head out here. And this is the message I've been trying to tell men for a long time. So you got to separate yourself in a variety of ways. And I have a variety of places where you can go get this information a little bit further. I don't have time to explain it, but you guys know Free Agent Lifestyle, Money Mindset, Locals Gang. Shout out to everybody over there. You have the courses. You have you have Conquer. You have Unapologetically Masculine. Those courses are being transferred over to another platform. All right. So it's taking a little bit of time to do that. So it will be available to some of the Money Mindset members at a certain level. But I've given you the tools. You have the Free Agent Lifestyle book, The Evolution. I've given you many, many tools to be able to carve out a path for yourself and blaze a whole new trail for yourself to get to a position where you have to separate yourself from the winners and the losers, because nobody's giving a loser shit. Ain't giving you shit out here. You got to come out here and take it. Niggas, kill or be killed. It's eat what you kill out here. And it's always been that way. Well, a lot of dudes are entitled and they thinking that the world owes them something. The world owes you nothing, especially if you're a young man. Unfortunately, the world owes you nothing. The world owes you nothing. You got to go out here and get it. And you got to separate yourself. You got to improve your communication skills. You got to improve your look, the way you present yourself. You have to understand if whatever deficiency you have to overcome, if not overcompensate for it, to be able to be a contributor to the world here. Nobody owes you shit. That's what it is. All right. You have to go get it. Okay, enough about that shit. Let's go ahead and get to the super chats and then the main event right around the corner. I think I'm right on time. I'm right on time. We got 30 minutes. Oh, it's tough out here. It's tough. Shout out to our brother Everett Walker says, CGA, honestly, I do not have the stomach. All right, shout out to you. It is Free Agent Lifestyle for life. He doesn't have the stomach at all, and I get it. All right, this stuff, yeah, man, it's to have the stomach. I don't have the stomach to see my girl get penetrated. Not for any money. I don't have that stomach. But here's the funny thing about it. All right, your girl been penetrated for some money, or she been penetrated for free. Do you have the stomach? Shout out to our brother. It is, it is Austin. He says, are here park your, I can't pronounce it. I can never pronounce it, but he's talking about the main park out here, the main blade. He says has about a 5-to-1 female ratio from Monday through Wednesday. You picked a great day to be there. You got the pick of the litter for 3 days. Rent is due. Shout out to you. But I had one of my JUCO chicks talking about it today, and I haven't been able to get out there, but because I've been lined up with JUCOs. All right, so but I'm gonna be out there possibly tomorrow. But shout out to them and shout out to you out there and the brothers in Colombia. By the way, if you guys are wondering where I am, I'm in Colombia. Shout out to Ohenji, says, Como va, coach? I'll catch the replay later, but I think 2025 is when we should start moving on from the N-word, from the nigga words like tricking. He says, how are men taking advice about paying or not paying for anything from people who ain't got no money? No other group talks like this. Niggas. All right. And shout out to the niggas out here. He didn't want to replace the nigga word. I love the nigga word. All right. I love to use the nigga word like a weapon against niggas. All right. Because there's a distinct group of niggas, but niggas don't like to pay for nothing. So, I mean, you think paying for box is a problem? Is the niggas don't like to pay for anything. Like they typically don't like to pay for anything. So, but yeah, they don't want to pay. But my thing is that relationships aren't free. Relationships aren't free. This is why I don't get it. Like, what are y'all trying to accomplish? Are y'all just trying to fuck? Like, I don't get it. Why are y'all jumping and going through all this rigmarole to get some pussy? Mouthpiece game, swag. For what? Like, are you trying to marry them or have sex? All right, there's a problem. You can take $20 down to the Park La Reyes over there and you'll be good. All right, get your beat fixed. You'll catch some, you need to take an antibiotic at some particular point. But it's the same thing as y'all trying to do to the regular girls. Like, look, relationships aren't free. Niggas love to say that they didn't pay for the relationship. Like, you fixing to pay? You certainly fixing to pay for that relationship. So this is why the conversation to me is more than it's above street level, because I'm like, bro, I've been in relationships and marriages and lived with women. Trust me, it ain't free. Live with women, the whole dating them, the dating process, even to accumulate dates ain't free. Like, what is going on? Like, what are y'all talking about? I get it. I had some freebie girls where the sex was perceived as free, right? Which means, in effect, I didn't break bread, right? There was a Tinder match, hookup. I get that. But those relationships are rarely sustained. Okay, so let's get this straight. Most of those relationships that you do, 90% of them are going to end after the first or second bang. Now, some of y'all ain't never had a first or a second bang, so I get it. You would love that. But there was a lot of work that went into that. A lot of conversation, a lot of, trying to get her over to the crib, a lot of come through, a lot of late night hype, a lot of her coming through at 11:30, a lot of where is this going, a lot of, visiting the Planned Parenthood to get an STI check. A lot of the bitch said, arguing with you. I thought you were different. I hope you're not sleeping in it. There was a lot of bullshit and rigmarole that you had to go through to get there. Like, it wasn't like, and the quality of the women were probably low, average at best to low. These are not high quality women. And I'm going to tell you, anybody that's telling me they're getting high quality women by doing this repeatedly, they're lying to you. So most of the women were low quality. All right. This is not even a debate. Most of the women are low quality. You're not getting high quality bitches doing this. Or women. You're not getting high quality women doing this. Every now and then you might onesie twosies. All right. Like I said, it's going to be 10%, 20%, but let's see, few and far between. But that word is being used as a weapon because the men are getting priced out. And somebody said, a lot of the women, you got a lot of no's. You got a lot of, I ain't coming through. I know what you're trying to do. So it's kind of one of these things that men won't get over it. And most of it's because they're being priced out. Women have woken up. You've woken up a sleeping giant, the women. Big Boss Man says these guys who are criticizing men living their lives have never been in a relationship. Yes, indeed. They've never been in a relationship. Again, you're dealing with low standard guys. Most of the time you're dealing with this. Let's see here. He said, this is all on Seeking. This is Greg the Bataram. None of the traditional dating sites. He says, mind you, a lot of the women that do this are older. And we're talking about 45 and up. So I think a lot of it has to do with their mindset that they don't want to feel like they're following a man really. So this goes back to the chat from the gentleman, Greg the Bataram, that was talking about the women want the man to contact you. And he's saying even on Seeking, the women want the man to contact them. Now, he then just solved the problem. He answered the question because you just said it's older women on Seeking. Now, I know you've been watching me for a long time. What are you doing talking to older women on Seeking? You've been a student for a long time. Why are you talking to 40-year-old women on Seeking? Why? Explain. That might happen to me. That might happen to me 1 out of 45, 1 out of 50, probably 70, 100 women that I'll talk to. I might talk to some old skeezer. Why? Because they're there? Because you thought it was an easy target? See, again, you thought it was an easy target. But you know why we're here, bro. Why are you talking to a 40-year-old woman on Seeking arrangements? Why? Why are you even taking what they're saying you got to take what they say with a grain of salt. They're over there because now it's now the normies, right? Seeking is now a normie website. They have gone away from the arrangements. They've taken arrangements out. They are now a dating website that promotes luxury upscale dating. All right. This is known to the JUCO. This is known to the JUCO marketplace. For people that are on locals, this is what we talk about over here. For the slow ass niggas on the short bus, you guys don't realize this. Why are you talking to 40-year-old women over there? You already know they on some bullshit. You already know. Now they already bringing in that normie shit. Now I'm gonna tell you again. This is the same thing that happened to Tinder. He said an easy layup. The 22 only talk to 40-year-old women. Might be in his 40s. If you're in your 40s, only talk to 40-year-old women on Bumble and Hinge. That's it. Never on Seeking. Okay, rarely ever. I know you've seen me talk to one here and there. Rarely ever. They own bullshit. This happened to Tinder. People don't realize this. And because you're young, Tinder used to be purely a hookup site, meaning that nobody was over there going, well, I'm not like these other girls. Nobody was over there. And this was in the early stages. It was all hookup. Everybody knew that. Everybody agreed. Same thing as Seeking. Everybody agreed that this is a place for arrangements of variety of kind. Everybody agreed to it. There was no women over there going, what do you mean? Tinder then evolved into a place where people had hope. It gave women hope because what happened was a hookup turned into a relationship. So what people started was a hookup, ended up becoming a relationship. So those stories Tinder said, let's put those stories out here so we can get more people to the app. So Tinder then changed their marketing strategy from a hookup site to a dating site to get more people over there. So then women had to put in their bio, I know this is a hookup site, but I'm not here to hook up. That's what's happening to Seeking. It's the same thing. The women are being told, hey, these guys are paying for dates and trips and vacations, and they're out here giving out income and salaries, and they're paying for meetups. And so what are they doing? They're running over there. All right. We're all these old ass men with the money. We're all these men out here paying for all these dates. They're running over there a day late and $1 short. So they're coming over here with that bullshit. Well, you got to contact me. I never contact them. That's not what the site is about. So you then get caught up in it trying to chase an easy layup, but you're getting frustration because those aren't the target market. That's not what you're supposed to be over there doing. I'm trying to help you out. You're not trying to get that. That's not why you're over there. That's just distraction. So 45-year-old women on Seeking is not it. Those women are already delusional. These are the new Tinder. I know this is a hookup site, but I'm not here for a hookup. That's what happened to Tinder. And Tinder became a joke. Single moms, overweight women, they start going over there, messing it up when it was clearly a hookup app in the first 2 or 3 years. It was clearly that's what it was for, and people hooked up successfully. Then people started getting into relationships after hookups, and then it gave women hope. Well, I'm going to go over there and get me a relationship too. Okay? So please do not frustrate yourself. I mean, I'm giving you the tools to try to not frustrate yourself. Have an age limit. You know what I mean? You can go out a couple years here and there, right? A woman can grow out of those and you can still keep her around. But once you go over 32, it's a wrap on any site. I keep it really below 32. I make exceptions, but it's really below 28. Okay, below 28. And the sweet spot is 22 to 25 with an occasional 18 or 19, sometimes an occasional 30, 31, 32. Once it goes above that, this is pointless, right? It's pointless. What the fuck am I talking to her for? All right, G says, can you explain the dynamics of dude wanting it for free just to disrespect her, but look down on it, just treating her like gold and paying the entrance fee? I don't get it. Because guys that say they get it for free, they're obviously running up the numbers. So then they look down on that woman. It's like, wouldn't you look up to the woman? Wouldn't you say, hey, I was able to get this for free from her. God bless this woman. Nope. She a whore and a skeezer. So why would a woman continue to give it for free? It's going to make it more. Men are really dumb at the end of the day. Men are the dummies of the world, right? Because we think one-dimensionally and we can't really think, they kind of have mouse brains. How in the hell would you denigrate that group of people when that's the group of people that obviously are doing what you want? They're doing it the way you want. Why disrespect her? But they'll do it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Shout out to Law says, love your content. I sent you a message on Instagram. Please respond when you can to my Mitch ass Instagram handle. All right, shout out to you. I'll try to pull it out. Pause. All right, but it's in a box that says 99 plus, more than likely, unless I follow you. Mikey says the process of bossing up is what men are struggling with. He says, I struggle with it here and there. Bossing up requires sacrifice, aka stopping partying and approaching women for 6 months to 2 years. No sacrifice, no success. Enjoy Medellin, Colombia, coach. I will. Men don't want to boss up. They want to take shortcuts. Men are constantly trying to take shortcuts. Shortcut to this, shortcut to that. You guys realize that when you take a shortcut and it doesn't work, you got to backtrack. So this is opportunity cost that you gave up. I'm trying to give y'all $1 million worth of game here. When you take shortcuts and it doesn't work, you got to backtrack. So sometimes you got to just remove yourself from your friends, from partying, from smoking, from drinking. This is why I criticize these things, because they're not great things that help you unless you're a bum ass rapper, unless you're a rapper. It doesn't help you achieve it. It actually distracts you. Napoleon Hill called it drifting. Most men are drifting, and they tend to wake up around 35 and 40. All right. It takes them that long to get out of the drifting. And that's typically corresponding with the decrease in testosterone. So it takes you the big head. It takes a while for the big head to overcome the little head. In Napoleon Hill's book, Outwitting the Devil, basically was him saying, if men realize this at 20, they would be who they want to be at 40. Most men don't. And that book was written in 1920, 1930, somewhere around 1930. Okay. That book was written. If men realize this at 20, that's the same thing as a free agent lifestyle. If you realize what I'm telling you at 20 is gold, it's the long cut, it's literally the path to success. If you realize this, you would win. Now, most men will do this. Okay. Most men think that I'm telling you never get married. I'm telling you to never date. Never cohabitate, never get a girlfriend. You're wrong. You didn't read the book. You didn't read the book, you goof ass nigga. Now, if you read the book, you would clearly know that that is not the message. That is not exactly what I said. I said it in the book, but you have to decipher what part of life that I said that at. And what the result would be if you did that. But you didn't read the book, right? You just listened to my YouTube videos disagreeing. I never said never date, never marry, never get a girlfriend, never cohabitate. And I said it about 7 times what I wanted you to do after that. What would happen if you leverage in options, how you would view those things later on. Okay. How you would view those things later on. And I'll give you a secret. It basically says you're going to view it differently than you did when you didn't have leverage and options, so that you can give it a second look. That's what it says. So at some point of your life, you're going to get to where you need to be when you boss up, and then you're going to look at marriage, and then you're going to give it a second look, and then you might say, I don't need it. But when you're broke, when you're down bad, when you don't have leverage, when you don't have options, you may look at cohabitation as a need. I need to move in with this woman. I can save money. Well, you're not going to save money. All right, I'm gonna just let you know there's a 98%, 99% chance you're gonna save no money. All right, you're saving nothing. I'm gonna just tell you the secret. Most of the likely you're gonna break up and it's gonna be a clusterfuck. 50% chance you'll be fucking broken up in the first year of that relationship if you move in with a woman. 50% chance. I gave you the statistics. 50% chance you'll be fucking broken up. So it's not gonna work. All right, so just avoid it altogether. All right, until you get leverage and options. And at that point, now you can dictate what the rules are. You can give her a cohabitation agreement. Now you can be like, I don't need to have a woman move in. I have a maid. I have meal prep planner. I have a robot maid. You don't need her to move in. As a need, you might want her to move in, and then you can judge it and go, shit, I got more to lose by having her move. That's what the free agent lifestyle is about. It's not about never doing it, but I'm going to just let you know, if you get to that leverage and opportune position, you're going to look at relationships, marriage, and cohabitation completely different. You guys want to move in as a need. I'm going to get more pussy if I move her in. You're going to fail. So I'm just letting you know. I'm going to give you a heads up. You're going to fucking fail. That endeavor is going to end up in a catastrophe. First of all, you ain't going to get more pussy. You will in the first 3 months, and then she's going to start trimming that pussy back. 50% chance you won't even be in that relationship once it's time to renew the lease. Okay, so it's going to end up in a disaster. Now, if you move into her house, disaster. All right, we talking about episodic disaster. We talking about Hindenburg. If you move into her house, so you gotta read the book. Most men don't read the book. You guys are too lazy. You guys are too broke to afford it, or you don't want me to grift and get $12 off of you. I'm only getting $6 off the motherfucker, maybe $8. All right, off the book. I ain't selling a million books, so do the math. But most of y'all just don't want to invest in yourself, and you want to take shortcuts. Men don't want to boss up. I get it. You want to go get the immediate. Shout out the blue baggins, the feds giving pimps 30 to life. Do you have the stomach? Yeah, the whole pimping thing is crazy to me. To continue to look at that as an endeavor, like you could have done anything else in your life, but you're gonna sex traffic girls and get 30 years in prison. They are slam dunking pimps with some crazy charges. I know I have a relative that got some crazy charges. He's supposed to be out, and they still in the joint. They gave him 100+ years. There was a pimp rapper that just got convicted. All right. Rapper convicted of pimping. This was just this year. Houston rapper. Okay, we got a couple rappers. We got a guy named Frost and Slando Kareem. Ivy Harris. Yeah, we got a couple of them. Pimp sitting to 21 years in prison. I mean, we got a couple dudes that done got a couple of deals. All right. Nah, bro. Houston rapper sentenced to life in prison. Let me see if this is the dude. This is 2024. There was another dude recently that got it. He got, look, man, these people getting years, bro. We getting football score years. Fuck all that. All right. They putting up football scores. Fuck all that. All right, nah, not me, bang. Not me. Couldn't be me. Getting football years. Shout out to J Flow contributions to the exit tax to get you back safely to the bunker. Safe travels, and shout out to the coach gang. Shout out to you. And we got the main event. Yeah. Oh, basketball scores. Basketball scores. Fuck that shit. All right. I would never glorify pimping. It is a low level, low IQ activity. Nigga, you crazy to be out here pimping some hoes. No way. Not me, buddy. Somebody said Chopper got arrested for that. Yeah, there's a bunch of dudes that recently getting years, bro. They getting 20 and 30 years for pimping some hoes for 2 years. Nope. No fucking way. All right, we got Trick Ass Millionaires here coming up here as the main event. Trick Ass Millionaires finally exposed. All right, we got about 20 more minutes. Maybe we got a time for my battery to run out. Let's take you to this guy right here. All right, on the main event, we got Cold Approach nigga. This is why I don't like Cold Approach, because you're telling dudes to do shit and you don't realize what you're telling them to do. All right, so we got Cold Approach guy right here. Let's play the video.
Okay, I'm mad. You got a number? Okay, I'm mad. Please. What's your number? Put my number. All right. We're gonna make it make sense. Okay.
Oh my. All right. Yeah, that brother starving. So you got this right. There's a woman. He can't even see her face. I guarantee you she's ugly. I fucked a couple of these motorcycle girls. They got nice bodies in their suits, but they got ugly in the face most of the time. All right. And many of them don't wear makeup. So when they lift their fucking visor, they're going to have all kind of craters in their face and no makeup face having ass. All right. So they can't wear all that makeup under that helmet. It's sweaty under there for you niggas that never rode motorcycle. All right. So, and many of them are bull daggers. But this is an example of what I'm talking about. This is drifting. All right, in a variety of ways. My man, this woman's on a motorcycle. He gets out in traffic. All right, look at this nigga. Oh my goodness. All right, wow. All right, yeah, she a butterface because we actually showed you what she looks like. I think I remember that. She ain't that attractive in the face. Her body looks nice, but that's starving, bro. This is starving. All right, but this is what dudes think they should be out here doing, cold approaching, shooting in the intersection, man. I mean, goodness gracious. And body language tells you she ain't with the shit. Right? Somebody said, who is recording? Bruh. Man, people are lost out here, nigga. And you got him. He's 6'3", still out here. Bird chested nigga getting shot down. Bruh, man, come on, man. Technology, y'all lost if you don't realize how this is being recorded. Niggas, y'all can't be this lost. This is fake, coach. Who could be recording? Niggas are lost. Bro, how far are you back on technology, my nigga? But here you go right here. She obviously leaning back. Body language should tell you she is not with the shits. Right? She is not with this. But of course, here's now what the dude's going to say here. She definitely worried for herself. He look as bad suspect. All right. She's still leaning away from the guy right here. And he's asking to open the mask. And he says, I'm going to put my number in your phone. Oh, thank you very much. And if you've never rode a motorcycle, many times if you don't have gloves that have a certain touch, you can't even operate your phone. All right. Sometimes a leather glove it will prevent you from operating. So you have to take your glove off, or you have to have a glove specifically that will allow for you to touch. But even then, when you're riding a motorcycle, it's hard for you to even operate this unless you're an experienced rider. So he is now going into her phone. Bruh, the desperation, bruh, it got to be an easier way. Got to be an easier way. I mean, this is low-level activity, and she's still leaning away from the guy, and she's definitely not putting up a fight, and she's holding up very, and she's holding the clutch in, all right, because she's waiting for the light to change. But look at this nigga. And of course, he's tall, light-skinned, still out here starving. And not only that, it gets worse. He goes into oncoming traffic. This is how desperate he is. Again, this is how desperate he is to get a girl on a motorbike's phone number, as if you're not going to see another girl. This is scarcity, man. Okay? This is scarcity. All right, this is crazy dangerous. And then pulls up on the other side and blows the horn. Hey. All right, but this is how men think men should be able to get women. This is the game that guys see men that are paying and getting an advantage, right? I showed you the video of the man, the white guy saying, guys, this is a competition, right? You're competing with adults. You have a 5-year grace period, but when you turn 22, you're competing with the 40, 50, and 60-year-old guys. You can't complain and say the game's unfair. But what the guys that are 20 want to do is say, let's make the game fair. Let these guys not use their advantage. Don't use your looks. Don't use your charisma. Don't use any of that. You got a cold approach. You got to like, they want CGA to walk up to that girl too. All right. You have to go ahead and get girls the way I get girls. Well, first of all, I'm not a creep. Second of all, I'm not ignorant. Third of all, I got something. I'm at work. So if you have no job and you're just walking around cold approaching 100 women per day or week, well, that gives you an advantage. That's going to be how the game is going to be played fair. But unfortunately, the game ain't played that way. You little sucker MCs, you young booty niggas that never accomplish shit, you know, relationship having ass niggas, you fake ass pimps. That's not how the game is played. You're competing. And sometimes when you ain't got the money, you can't motherfucking compete. You price the fuck out. That's how it is. Because sometimes you tall, sometimes you got charisma, sometimes you got muscles. Some of these things you can correct. You can also correct having no money. But what you can't do is tell men that have an advantage to not use the advantage and to go to lower level activity like you, because you guys think you're a pimp in regular dating relationships. Case in point. We have a guy, his name is McQueen, Alex McQueen. You guys know him. People say we're somewhat adjacent and we have a message that is conjoined or somewhat agree with each other. I wouldn't know, but the videos that I see of him, I can say we're not anywhere near each other in philosophy. Now, he might have co-opted some feminist red pill talking points that I have probably originated, but he's nowhere near what the fuck I'm talking about. Case in point, we have a video of him with his girlfriend or his ex-girlfriend, and he is collaborating with King 68 the Great. All right, so we're going to start with this one first, and we're going to see kind of where he is mentality-wise. Obviously, white tank top, hat on backwards. That should tell you where we are in terms of emotional growth. All right, in terms of maturity, we're not there. All right, we're not there. We're still in little boy territory. It is what it is. All right, we're still in little boy territory. All right, but also when you hear the lingo he's using, this is the pimp lingo. This is the game. Keep a bitch in check. She out of pocket. These are all pimp lingo brought to regular dating. All right, so we're going to listen to this. This is where a lot of you young men are failing. You're bringing this culture in to regular dating and relationships, and it ain't working. Let's play the video.
I was just telling them about you right now. I was like, have y'all seen my 6'8" nigga over here? I was trying to step the live. That's all I'm trying to say. Come on, man. I'm hooping. At all times. Even when you don't see it, I'm throwing it up there.
Oh, we was at 40 like an hour ago.
Oh, so we didn't have 40. Now we might have 60.
We on our way to a...
All right, white people, I'll translate what's going on here. They're doing a lot of that mumbo jumbo jive, a little bit of rapping mixed with a little bit of slang and some pig Latin, if you will. So they're doing a lot of, oh yeah, brother, we doing this. We down 40, we up 50. All right, all of this bullshit that really means they're doing a whole bunch of nothing. They're talking to each other, making not a whole lot of sense, but only to each other. Okay, so we have that going on here. And what you have is King 68 the Great. You guys see him. He's the darker gentleman. In the video, the guy and the shorter guy, which he's not short, but he's shorter than the other guy, his girlfriend is in the video. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to relate to the guy. Yeah, we cool. We on the same team. You know what I mean? We got a Gucci Kami. You know, we're on the same level. You know what I mean? I got that Macism. And we now, if you don't know, these dirty Mac niggas is out here, man. So what's gonna happen is his hoe is going to choose King 68 the Great. His hoe is going right in front of him on a live stream. So let's go ahead and see what happens to Mr. McQueen in this situation.
Oh, we're on right to that 81. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You feel my niggas King 68.
I can't answer that.
Why you can't answer that?
You know why?
I don't know why.
Because I'm trying to get back together with you.
That's what I call pimp.
All right, so you hear that right there. So she sees King 68 the Great there. And she wants King 68 the Great, but she also wants a relationship with the guy, McQueen. She wants a relationship. So she said, I can't say what I think about him. Why? Because I'm trying to get back with you. But he said, that's pimp. Now, this is what I'm going to tell you. This is why I say the generation of culture is lost. How's that pimp? All right. Where in the pimp book does this fall? Okay. All right. He didn't knock him for his bitch, I guess. All right. He didn't knock him for his bitch. But let's go ahead and continue.
How much can you lift? Yeah.
I can lift you.
Can?
All right. So as you can see right here, how much do you lift? Okay. Yo, bitch has been knocked. So as you can see, they're looking up at him. They're smiling. They're giving him all kind of AKA choosing signals. Yo, bitch gone. All right. So let's see what this pimping looking like right now. You see what this pimping looking like. And all pimps are not lost abroad. But there's your girl trying to get with you. But look, her and that fine ass younger girl is up there smiling and looking at this nigga, grinning ear to ear. All right.
Oh, no, never mind.
Listen,
you can lift her. You can lift us both.
Listen.
Oh, you can lift us both at the same time?
Pocket right now. That's not pimp.
All right. He said, that's not pimp. The bitch is out of pocket. As I've been telling you, this is a regular relationship they're trying to engage in. He obviously ain't turning a pimp's dollar at all on that woman. All right. Highly unlikely, but he's saying that's not pimp. She's out of pocket. When I tell you, you young guys are lost, if you continue to follow this shit, you're going to be super duper lost. All right. You're going to be lost out here in the fucking sauce. But then you also want to be a pimp, but don't want no hoes out here selling pussy. How does that work? How's that work? How's that work? You guys want to be pimps and peep these hoes. All right. With your pimpism, but you don't want bitches selling pussy. All right, what world does that live in? Because that's what, as Sugar Free said earlier, you got to have a stomach. You got to have a stomach. You got to watch your girl pick somebody that's more better than you. That's pimp. That's pimp. Sugar Free said that's pimp. Even the other dude said the little Sniggle mickle. That's pimp. So what she's doing is pimp. He need to be a pimp and turn that into a money situation. He can't do it. Okay, this is what I'm tell you guys, man. I want you to recognize a man breaking this shit down. He can't keep up. He losing. He got too much heart in his pimping.
Nigga, hold up. He's not in pocket. No, I'm out of here. I can't get mad at my nigga King because he just pimping. You know what I'm saying?
He not pimping her.
You got to back the fuck up. Listen. Boo, nigga. I was just telling.
See, this is again why I tell you we ain't even close. All right, our message is not even close. Like I said, he could probably swagger jack a couple of red pill talking points and talk about feminism and what thing, but this ain't even close. All right, I'm not telling you to do his, but then he says King 6 Ace is just trying to pimp her. No, he's not. He's trying to fuck her. That's not pimping. That's not pimping at all. He's just trying. And by the way, King 6 8 ain't even trying. The girl is trying to get it. The girl is trying to get it. So how does this lead to? Where does this lead to? And by the way, this is not a hit piece on this guy. This is just me breaking down what a lot of guys are lost at. Where a lot of guys are lost. So I did a video breakdown of this individual being upset about trick ass millionaires. All right. And we showed you should be on par with what I'm talking about here. You should be caught up. There should be no confusion about what we're talking about here. As you guys know, I don't care about how you get to it. All right. Just don't waste your time. But I don't care about how you get to it. Just don't waste your time and spin your wheels trying to do something that is the least effective for you and the least healthy for you along the way. So we're going to play this video first so you can see where this is coming from. And a bunch of young men are completely lost on the message here. We have Desirable Truth channel with McQueen and the trick ass millionaires. All right, so here we go.
Age 31. Are you single? Yes, sir. What's the biggest problem you run into dating women in Miami now?
These buster ass millionaire trick ass niggas be fucking and poisoning these bitches' brains up because every time they come around me and they see that I'm not finna trick on them and pay for their time and pay for their fucking nails and pay for their whole lifestyle, and I'm just actually trying to get to know the bitch to see if she actually is even worthy of being around me and worthy of my time, they look at it like nigga, I just committed a felony. Women are expecting way too much when they haven't done anything for me yet. You know what I'm saying?
All right, this is a grown-ass man. You're in a grown-ass man game. And the reality is Miami may not be for you. A woman's not out of your league in Miami. She's just simply out of your price range. Guys, there's men in Miami with boats, all right, and yachts, and they're millionaires. And you can be a millionaire in Miami and still be priced out. This guy sounds like the people who are mad when people go to Disneyland and they got to wait in line for 3 hours in the hot sun while people get the fast pass to get right in the front of the line. All right. You're going to wait 3 hours for a 15-second ride, or you're going to take the fast pass and pay a little bit of extra and get in there. At the end of the day, sir, you're going to get leftovers. Based on your philosophy, you want women who are in Miami, who are targeting high value men to audition for you. Perhaps Miami is not for you. Neither is Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Atlanta, New York. All right. None of these places are for you to do that. Perhaps, possibly Little Rock, Arkansas. You're talking. They owe you something. And the reality is guys like this that teach the philosophy that they do to young men who got these women out here searching for men that can pay for fingernails. See, ask him how many women have he rewarded that have done the exact thing he's asking for. The answer is 0. Son, you in a grown man's game. This ain't college or high school no more. Boss Up 2025, free agent lifestyle for life. Get the book. So you hear my response to that. It was not to directly take shots at the guy. It's what the other guy said in the video earlier. You in a grown man's game now, sir. You can't expect grown-ass men who have worked hard, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 60 years old, that are sacrificed, that got full-time jobs, that don't prioritize women, ain't trying to fake pick them. You can't expect them to play the game as you play it. You cannot expect them to play the game as you play it. You want to play high school and college games. And you talking to grown-ass men with their own money. They made their own money. Let them spend it the way they want to spend it. You're in Miami, Hypergamy Central. Miami ain't for you. Miami is not for you. And then you want bitches to audition for you. In Miami, like, okay, go to Little Rock, Arkansas. Go to Little Rock, Arkansas. You want Miami women to come in and cook and clean and audition, and maybe, okay, as I ask, for the women that have done this, what did you give them? 0. Because you still following pimp philosophy. A bitch of mine can't keep a dime. Never pay for a bitch. Never simp. Never give her money. Never pay. Never trick. So you're wanting Miami women who could go make money from trick ass millionaire. You want them to audition for. This is what's wrong with young men. This is what's wrong with you. You cannot make that. How does that make sense, nigga? How does that make sense? I can't control the trick ass millionaires. You can't either. You're priced out. Why are you mad and crying on the internet at these men who have made money, who can just drop $1,000 like it's nothing on the girl, but you want the bitch to come audition and make rights for you in Miami? And guys are crying about this. We got another video related to this because of another video that surfaced of the same guy with the same shtick. It's like, what the fuck can you possibly be complaining about? Like, this is, to me, this is where men get weirdos. This is when y'all become weirdos to me. Like, what are y'all complaining about, nigga? You can't be complaining about this about Miami bitches. All right, let's continue here. Here we go.
How I feel about these Miami women, I'll say that they are 100% a product of you buster ass niggas. I like that. They expect you to pay for their life, for their bills, for their bodies, pay for their attention, and it's because of all you buster ass millionaire goofball ass niggas. When I walk into the room or I talk to them and I'm not finna give them none of that shit, they think that value is pussy because these buster ass goofball ass niggas with money out here are validating that notion. How I feel about these Miami women, I'll say that they are 100% a product of you buster ass niggas.
All right, so we got buster ass niggas. It sounds like some LA shit, bro. This to me is mind boggling. As a man in this space, an elder in this space, this is mind boggling mindset. Like, I don't get it. Like, I do not get it. You're in Miami, sir. If you were in I grew up in Los Angeles. I grew up in Los Angeles I was an adult in the 90s. All right. 1993, I became an adult. So from 93 to, the 2000s, I'm an adult dating in Los Angeles. Now, I don't know if you remember, Los Angeles at the time was Los Angeles. It's not what it is now, a liberal shithole, it's not polarized as it was. It was kind of going that way. We had the nice, but Los Angeles had the Rams, the Raiders, the Lakers, the Clippers, the UCLA Bruins at the height of the Bruins, the USC football team, okay, the LA Kings. We had R&B at the peak. Gangster rap was at the top. We had all the actors and celebrities, the Dodgers, the Angels. We had the Playboy magazine. We had the top-notch bitches. Like, this is where everybody was. This is where everybody went. This is the future Miami, right? It was Miami before Miami. We had the top celebrities, rappers, entertainers, singers, R&B. It was common. I went to school in the San Fernando Valley, Cal State Northridge. And this is the Valley. This is Encino. All the time. When I lived in Thousand Oaks in Westlake Village in Agora Hills, this is right next to Calabasas. This is where celebrities lived in private. Now it's public. This is where they lived in private. I went to school with celebrities and children of celebrities. I knew good and damn well I was priced the fuck out. All right. I had to really step up my game. And it wasn't just with the mouthpiece. It wasn't going to do it. You weren't getting women to audition. Them bitches is jumping on, So you couldn't just come in and be like, man, these rich ass, trick ass millionaires messing it up. You just would go, man, I better go get my bag up. Right. I'm priced out. I can't get the girls right here. These dudes are paying for their college and paying for their lips and bodies and breast implants. You knew you was priced the fuck out. You better step up. I'm pulling up in a valet in a Honda Civic DX with no motherfucking side mirror. All right. And people were pulling up in Cadillac Escalades with the TVs in the back, priced out. Priced the fuck out. But what I couldn't do is say, man, these men are playing it unfair. Let me go ahead and get them to play the game differently. These buster ass Mitch do it. And every man knows this. So what it does encourage you to do is to find another way. But to get men to jump out here, today's marketplace, to complain about you're sitting in a do-rag. You're sitting in a dookie rag as a grown-ass man, slumped up in the chair, talking about a millionaire's money and that they're busters. No, this is crazy work to you goofy-ass niggas. Look, let me go ahead and read the comments. All right, Coop the Hill says, I promise you, this entire comment section is broke as hell. You guys think these rappers ain't paying for ass? All right, let's go ahead and go up here. Shout out to Coop. He's a Coach Gang member right there. He also says, Mitch ass ninja, women ain't free, especially Miami women. He says, a weak man with money is the most dangerous man in the world. Okay, the man is weak, but he has money. My male friend complains about these things all the time, but still goes to the same places to look for the same type of women and getting the same results. If you want different choice, he says, if you want different, choose different. There are plenty of women not living that lifestyle. So the problem is they don't want those women. They don't want this. And somebody mentioned this, is McQueen rich? Well, he's a social media content creator. I'm pretty sure he's successful, right? He does make good money, but you do have to realize he lives in Miami. Okay, so a lot of your income goes out the window in rent, in cars, right? So I don't know what his budget looks like, but he's a successful content creator. All right, give me a second. Come in. Give me a second. I'm going to deal with the maid. Okay, so he probably does well, but again, when you live in Miami and Brickell, you're going to spend $5,000, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000 on rent. Okay, it's just going to be a place where you're priced out. So what happens is you can make a lot of money, but a lot of your money is going to be gone in expenses. Okay, so there's that, number one. So I don't know what his budget is. He probably makes 6 figures a month. I could imagine he makes about 6 figures a month. Okay, if he's a successful content creator and a Twitch streamer in this. But we don't know what his expenses are. But I think he would be in the millionaire category after a couple of years of doing this. All right, so let me continue here. But if you want a different type of woman, you can't go after the duck lip. You can't go after the manufactured girls. You can't go after it. If you do, you can go to Colombia and get that version of them. All right, but you can't just jump out here and get that version of them and then think that you're going to get them to audition. Okay, continuing. I don't know if this is a woman or a man, but normally a woman would say beloved. Coming from someone who's lived in Miami for 15 years, play on the level you're on. Here in Miami, we don't cry because the next man's wallet is deeper. Miami is built off drug money, and it's been the same way since the Medellin cartel was very active in Miami during the late 70s. And they set the precedent. So go argue with the cartel. Good luck with that. That's a great comment. Okay. Go argue with the cartel, bro. Look, the cartel don't mind paying no broad. They you know, you guys think that these girls go with these guys and don't get paid. Right? But the cartel, the NBA players, the rappers, the baseball players, all these men that you think get women for free, all right, they figured out a long time ago that those are the dangerous women. Those are the women that file false allegations, all right? And that's not always true because there's some women that do get paid file allegations. But you're out here trying to change a marketplace back to a pimp cold approach culture, but you're competing against 40 and 50-year-old men that got the money. They got the money. Why would they spend? Why would they do it the way you're doing? All right. Why would they do it? Please, he's like, go somewhere else with that shit, bro. But of course, the broke bum ass niggas right here, they don't like that. Broke niggas want it for free. They want it like that. way dudes paying for pussy, Pimp C would be disappointed. Again, the niggas love putting pimps as the representative of dating culture. It's like, what? He's literally a pimp. All right, so Pimp C, he's a rapper pimp. He would be disappointed. As you see, niggas gonna nig. I'm gonna tell you, man, this is crazy. We have a guy right there, bro, for real. Say it louder. All right, that's what I was saying today, literally this to somebody today. Nigga. Niggas. No Miami women care what a man with booty shorts thinks. Men that wear extra medium clothes tend to be overly opinionated, but okay. All right, the women taking shots. It says, don't hate the player, hate the game. Either get your money up or get a different caliber of women. Simple. Very simple. I knew that growing up in Los Angeles. All right, I can't get that type of girl. All right, and if I do, it's going to be a onesie twosie. It says, don't pay them, move on and get you a free one. All right, we got a woman. No chair. Right, I can't tell. This says 100%, 1,000% accurate, but that's not just in Miami. That's across the board. Again, monetized dating marketplace. People are waking up to the reality. Always said money just amplifies who you are. If you corny before, get money. Now you a cornfield. Okay. He's speaking facts. This is the issue in almost every major city. It is not just Miami. Okay. So we have people agreeing. And this woman says, y'all just can't afford them. Long story short. So you try to ridicule the men that can in hopes that they will stop taking care of their women so that women will become more available to you. All right. Now, again, I try not to disagree with too many women. I'm sorry. I try not to agree with too many women, but this is true. That's true. I see men in this red pill space or the so-called manosphere. I said the same thing. We need to ban OnlyFans. Okay. And then what? Okay. What do you think would happen if they did? You think them hoes are going to fuck you now? Or are you just going to run through them hoes for free? Well, what are we going to do if OnlyFans get banned? What you want is those women to not be able to financially get themselves in a position where they are independent of you. You want to get control of them. This is what McQueen is doing. He wants to get control of the situation here. Let me rein these guys in and shame these guys over here for using their advantage. All right. And make it fair for me because I got time to be running up to girls on motorcycles and cold approaching them. All right. And making these bitches audition for me and cook rice and vacuum and clean. And then maybe I'll put them on and you put on 0 bitches from there. You put on 0 women. You've wiped up 0 of these women that have auditioned for you. All you did was run through their panties and diss them. Okay. So this is crazy. And while you're getting rid of OnlyFans, why not Pornhub? Why stop there? Why is it just OnlyFans you want to ban? Because there's a whole prawn hub over here of people making money off these girls. You want to keep that business though. See, men in general want to just control women, and the fact that they don't know what to do with their lives. Men do not know what to do with their lives. And I'm telling you, the reason why is you can't see life without controlling women. Can't see your life without controlling women. That's the only advantage you have. And when you can't yield that power, guess what? You fucking price the fuck out. And now you crying on the internet like this nigga with a dookie rag on and booty shorts, complaining about men paying their way to get access. Right? Want to use 0 money to control them. When the bitch come my way and she start talking like that, then I do what? Nigga, you can't get her. That's what happens. Nigga, move the fuck on. As I say, no woman's out of your league. She out of your price range. You can't afford her. You can't afford her, nigga. Go move somewhere else. I don't understand you men on here, nigga, crying about this shit, bruh. This is crazy work for you young niggas out here following this bullshit ass philosophy. You fake ass perpetrating pimps. Dookie rag wearing ass nigga, you 31 wearing a do rag, nigga. Consider yourself dismissed, nigga. All right. Consider your motherfucking self dismissed. You old ass do rag having ass niggas. You broke ass niggas are crazy. And I'm telling you, wake the fuck up. All right, anyway, fuck y'all niggas. I'm going to do the super chat. I'm going to do the super chat. Niggas got no motherfucking name. They ain't got no money in their motherfucking pocket. Want to tell nigga what to do. Get the fuck out of here, bruh. Even I'm not that damn crazy. Go sit it the fuck down. Shout out to Snapchat Fix. I grew up in Miami, and it's always been a rich guy's playground and a dope boy's paradise. He says you need to have your hustle and locked in. He says right here, you need to have your hustle locked in, or you will be locked out. Boss Up 2025 is free agent lifestyle for life. You cannot get me to be like, yeah, we need to get these Miami bitches under control. What the fuck? It's Miami, nigga. What? Bro, it been that way. Snapchat Fix. Miami been this way since I ever remember. Miami Vice. The fuck is y'all talking about? Nigga, what? Scarface. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the bitches. Scarface. Am I tripping? But you want to come in with your motherfucking social media money and make bitches audition with your fake pimp ass. Like, dude, you fake perpetrating pimp ass niggas are just drives me crazy. Show me a pimp dollar. None. None. No pimp that you pimp no hoes. But steady talking about what pimp said on a rap record or in a book. Pimp zero hoes. I don't get what's wrong with you fake ass perpetrating pimps. Niggas put no bitches on the blade. Niggas got no car to take bitch to the track. He says, what? Yeah, they want to do anything but fucking spend some money. Nigga, go get a job, nigga. Go spend some money, bro. Just realize that's going to be your problem. All right, we got our man almighty. And I'm not telling you the trick. I'm not telling you that if you don't want to do it, don't motherfucking do it. I'm just telling you, bro. Let the other people do it, nigga. It's Miami. Like, I don't get it. That's like criticizing blonde bitches in Los Angeles in the 90s. Shout out to our brother, Gregory. The harder way says, with women that want to control the dynamic of interaction because of their egos, won't let them follow the lead of a man. This was an attachment to my other note. Yeah, they don't want to. So again, why beat your head against that? All right. So if the woman doesn't want to follow your lead, why force her to follow it? Why force her? So you're trying to get a woman to follow her lead follow your lead with no incentive. What's her incentive to follow the lead? What's her incentive to follow your lead? Okay, remember, men want control. They want the woman to have nothing. There's a lot of loser men that just want women to have nothing. So they want a prenup where the woman comes in and leaves with her motherfucking shirt that she came in. That's not how prenups work. You want a non-disclosure agreement where she gets to watch you and you get legal protection and she gets none. This is this space full of Mitch ass men. That's not how it works. You literally might have to give her consideration to sign the non-disclosure agreement, which means you might have to pay her. You might have to give her a reason to sign. Everybody needs a reason. But you want a woman to follow your lead for what? Because you got a ding-a-ling? I got a serious, you got a ding-a-ling, nigga. That's all you got. That's all she knows you got at this fucking point. You haven't established anything different than the next nigga. You then want her to follow your lead. For what? Do you sense my frustration? Why? Give me a reason why she should follow your fucking lead. What have you established different than the next guy in the conversation? Why? All you is another dude that's texting her and you initiated the text. More than likely. So why should she follow your lead other than you got a ding-a-ling and she got a pussy? I'm gonna follow lead. You haven't distinguished yourself. What have you done differently than the next guys that have contacted her and say, hey babe, how's it going? Okay, But dudes are trying to come out here thinking that you should get something because you're a man. You get nothing out here, nigga. You don't get shit from me either. You get nothing from me. You get nothing from women. You get nothing from the motherfucking world. You get shit out here. Women don't owe you shit. I don't owe you shit. Nobody owes you shit out here. The world don't owe you shit. You get motherfucking nothing. That's what you are rewarded with, being born with a ding-a-ling, nigga. All of you guys, you get nothing out here, motherfucker. You earn every goddamn thing you get. So nobody follows you because you a male. I'm not understanding. Like, you got to distinguish yourself. Then people will fall in line. You the CEO, you the boss. Bitches and the whole employees fall in line. You're not the boss. You walk into the room and you're not the boss. Nobody's following you. So where do we establish this mindset that women should just be like, they should follow your lead if you haven't done anything to distinguish yourself from the next guys? We can't expect them to do that. You cannot expect them to do that. And I even realized, even in my life at some particular point, how do you get it? Look at these niggas in here. Coach gone soft. Here, you know what? I'm supposed to meet with somebody, but come on up. Come on up. Mitch ass niggas, come on up. Where do I invite motherfuckers at? Here we go right here. Here we go right here. Come on up, nigga. There it is right there. Click the fucking link. Hey, man, whoever I'm supposed to be with at 2 o'clock, as you can see, I'm running late. Here we go. Bring your ass up here right now, nigga. And I only want people that disagree with me. Come on up. I'm going soft. Come on up. You know, you buck tooth having ass nigga. We want to see who talking shit. Cam up, nigga. Let's go. Cam the fuck up. Where these niggas at? Bring your dookie rag ass having ass up here, you goof ass niggas. Let me say this shit up here. No niggas coming up here telling me how great I am. Let's go, boys. Come on, boys. Bring your dookie rag ass up here. Nigga, let's see your motherfucking background. I'm up here in the suite on the 30th floor in Medellin, motherfucker. This is what my view look like, bitch ass nigga. Come on, bring your ass up here. This is my view in the suite. All right, come on. Where you at? Come on. He said, everything you said makes sense to me. Again, broke niggas, come on up. These niggas, bum niggas, come on up. You got the link right there. We'll see. We'll see. They not going to do it. Rosalinda, my maid back here. Bring your ass up here. Cam the fuck up. Come on. Bitch niggas. Yeah, you bitch. All right, you bitch ass males. Hey, man, fuck you bitch ass males out here. You don't get shit out here, nigga. You don't get shit from me. Come on. These bitch ass males. All right, talking shit on the internet from my avatar content. You ain't shit out here, nigga. Hey, content creators, bring your motherfucking ass up here too. Fuck ass niggas. I can't stand these bitch ass beta males. These bitch ass males. You don't get shit out here, nigga. You don't get shit out here, you twin bed mattress ass nigga. Bring your bitch ass up here. Come on, motherfucker. See, that's what I thought. Ain't nobody showing up. Again, that's why they call me the king of motherfucking kings. Nobody wants shit from me. You ain't got no motherfucking smoke. Bring your bitch ass up here. Come on. Fuck these niggas, man. Fuck you, man. Hey, man, I ain't got time for you bitch ass males. You bitch ass males. You ain't shit. And you ain't never gonna be shit until you level up to CGA's level, you bitch. Fuck these motherfucking beta male, fucking fake ass Manosphere, simp ass motherfucker. Bring your twin mattress, funky ass nigga. Ain't even talking to shit. I can't stand these males in this space. Look, the link is up there. Nobody ever want to show up to my motherfucking link. You know what? Fuck these man. Look, let me get to these PayPal. Bitch ass males. Bitch ass males, you ain't never gonna be shit. You ain't never gonna get no pussy. Fuck around with me. Come on. Click the link. Y'all quiet down. Where they at now? Scared ass bitches. These men are the new bitches out here. These men are the new bitches. Caitlin said after the last stream about Ronaldo's prenup, I had to think about how weird marriage laws are and how weird people are. We'll get married, which is supposed to last forever, but we have to forge incentives for a man and a woman in the event of a divorce. That's inevitable. Prenups can be changed, and it takes time. Either get married or stay married or don't do it at all. You guys don't realize divorce has always been on the table. It's not just now. All right. These bitch ass males ain't shit in this space, man. I can't stand these bitch ass males. All right. Can't stand them, man. They ain't shit, bro. Hey, women. These the new bitches out here, man. Fuck these guys. Fuck these guys. Bitch ass males. Ain't nobody ever want to show up on my shit. Fucking bitches, man. These male learn bitches. Shout out to the government name. I bossed up, and now I see how many people gave it up. Sad as fuck. For sure. They'll sell you some. It's Mitch Slap Monday out here. These men, the new bitches. All right, always complaining about what they ain't gonna get it. Motherfucking CGA, this and that. Fuck you. All right, where you at, nigga? You see where I'm at. Where they at? Come on. You see the link? Click the link. Delta Mail. Need Delta Mail ass, weak ass bitches. All right. Ain't gonna wait till the show go off so they can comment like they bitch ass. Men are the new bitches. Men are the new bitches. All right, shout out to our brother Jahari Russell says salute. Shout out to you. Men are the new bitches. Where y'all at? Men are the new bitches. Shout out to Rosie. Men are the new bitches. Rosie says we could be at 4. I got a work meeting, but I'm laughing my ass off. He says, LOL, these Mitch ass niggas. Unsubscribe from me, you bitch ass males. Unsubscribe from me, you bitch ass males. These males are the new bitches. You wouldn't even have to switch to talking about bitches because now we ain't even talking about women. We talking about men. All right, we could just keep talking about bitches because now it's switched from women to men. All right, we can just still talk about bitches. The content don't even have to change. We just have to change males from females. All right, that's what we have to do. These weak ass motherfucking men out here don't want to do shit. ASAP Hanswell said, "Facts, coach. I just moved to Miami Beach 2 weeks ago. Play at the level you're comfortable with, but you have no choice but to level up and boss up down here. Enjoy your vacation, coach. You have no choice. You move to Miami, you play Miami game." Shout out to Dennis S. says, this guy is goofy. Shaming men with money is like shaming men with muscles. He says, bro, stop going to the gym to look better. Yep. These buster ass niggas put muscle in their body to look better. It's like, ain't that the point of life? That's not the point of life. Bring you crust ass niggas up here. Where they at, bro? Where they at? Ain't gonna show up. These bitches say shit. Dude, I literally click the link every fucking week. And none of these men show up. I didn't even put a criteria up. These men, the new bitches, the Mitchosphere. The Manosphere has turned bitches, men into bitches. The Manosphere has turned these men into straight bitches. All right, it's crazy, bro. Shout out to Lamont James. He says, dudes like McQueen thought these women were just smashing off of a social media cloud. He says that wave was 2014 to 2018, and that was still from the lower quality women. Yeah, because guys didn't really realize it's been monetized since forever. It was just covert. It was just under the wave, right? Nobody knew it, but everybody thought people were getting women for free. Oh, he gets all these girls for. Trust me, it's not really like that. Gilbert Arenas has exposed this. Gilbert Arenas has exposed this. You know who also exposed it? Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant. All right. So this whole thing about the monetized dating marketplace, it's not new. It's just overt. What you have to understand is go back and listen to Gilbert Arenas. Go back and listen to what Kobe said about Shaq. Rest in peace to Kobe. They literally were saying, Kobe was literally saying when he got hemmed up and he was in a police investigation, I'm not like Shaq where I pay all these girls and put them on payroll. Huh? So it was just covert. It was just like, oh, Shaq is famous. He gets all these women, but he had them on allegedly. And I actually knew a player. I had a player that I coached that had a relationship with one of these guys completely on payroll. So everybody knew this, but it was just understated. Yep, Puff Daddy. It was exposed that Puffy had Cassie and Daphne Joy on payroll. We thought Puffy was just getting girls for free. It turned out, no, he was paying their whole lifestyle and allowance and taking Cassie on $1 million shopping sprees. Huh? I thought it was free. But they taking bitches on $1 million shopping spree and paying their rent and car notes and shit like that. So that's where dudes just have to get a wake-up call. It just wasn't stated that was the relationship. Then dudes was getting married and divorced on top of it. Like, come on, man. It's get your chicken bag up. She was she's an old white mommy looking. I wanted to take her out for a test ride. I couldn't help it. All right, that was the guy that was with the older woman on Seeking. Dude, just have one conversation with them. Hey, how's it going? And then see where it goes. Once they start talking long ass messages, it's over. Yep, Dr. Dre. Hundreds of millions of dollars of divorce. Like, it's by the way, the link is still up for you to join and come in here and for that smoke. But guess what? You ain't gonna do it. Like the Manosphere, this is why I'm the king of kings. I see y'all click on Anton's link. Y'all click on Angry Man's link. Y'all click everybody's link but me. Y'all come up here and get smoke for Anton, but not CGA. When y'all want to disagree with Anton, y'all jump up there. Y'all can't wait to go disagree with that nigga. But when it's me, why nobody got the motherfucking guts? Why ain't got the stomach? Why? Because the Manosphere is a bunch of bitch ass males. That's why. Because you know who the fuck you talking to. You know who you messing with here. You messing with the cerebral assassin of this space. You messing with the only real authentic motherfucker in this space. This ain't no character. This ain't no act. Everybody else acting. But you know, once you bring your monkey ass up here with that motherfucking do-rag and that nappy ass hair and that no motherfucking hairline of yours and that motherfucking popcorn ceiling, and I'm sitting up here in the top floor of a motherfucking suite. I can't show you the bed, but as you can see, somebody got defiled up in that motherfucker early this morning and late last night. But that's neither here nor there. Get the book, nigga. All right, look, I got to get up out of here, man. Shout out to the Coach Gang. Enjoy the rest of your day. Boss up. Boss up. Boss up, you cheap ass niggas. All right, you fake perpetrating pimps. It's boss up time, nigga. It's put up or shut up. Fuck out of here, nigga.